evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Penn Valley Rodeo grounds for Day 2 of the 48th Annual Penn Valley Rodeo. I'm Ken Tribby, along with Alan Barros and Jill Leslie. Our producer and director, as always, is Gil Dominguez. And, of course, the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team is here in Penn Valley for our continuing coverage of this weekend's rodeo event. Alan, we had a great night last night with the All Bulls.
And that's right, Ken. The conditions were excellent last night for the Bulls on the event. And the crowd was really pleased as they saw several great riders take on those bulls, with the top rider coming home with the win with the score of 80 points.
And today we're going to see a full schedule of events along with the crowning of the Rodeo Queen, and we're going to meet Grand Marshal Don Raymond. But first, with our roving rodeo reporter, Jill Leslie, let's see what else is going on.
Hey, thanks. We're up here on the brand new bridge they built for the rodeo, the 2005 rodeo this year. They built this specially for the contestants so they don't have to drag their gear and lug it through the arena over there. And they walk over here and go right into the staging area. So it's pretty impressive. And we, as some special media representatives, get to stand up here and get a little bit of a bird's eye view of what's going on in the arena. The arena looks great, and I haven't seen so many horses here in a long time. Well, last year we missed the rodeo, but this year's great. And pretty soon we're getting ready for the real rodeo events. Even though last night was such a great turnout, it was just bull riding. It was an introduction, and a huge crowd showed up, but tonight is the real rodeo events. My personal favorites are team roping and calf roping, and I can see down here all of the cowboys getting ready, so I'm looking forward to that. So stay tuned for us here later. We'll be interviewing the queen contestants and also the president of the Penn Valley Rodeo Association, who really deserves some kudos, because this was a miracle. It came together so well. So back to you, Ken and Alan.
Yeah, thanks, Jill. Tell me real quick while we're looking around here, what makes those two events your favorite? What do you think? Why do you think that is? Oh, you checked out on me before. Okay.
I didn't hear you there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what makes those two events you talked about your favorite?
Well, their time. Well, you watch them. It's just a miracle when you see those people. I'm look back at the camera. Sorry, there. I have tried some of these events myself, and I can't seem to rope a calf's hoof. I can't do it. And then for them to make it look so effortless is amazing. And then the horse works with them, backing up. It's a miracle. And it's timed event, so it makes it a little bit more competitive, and there's a lot of talent there.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And what I find really interesting is that it is a team effort. It's the horse and the cowboy or the cowgirl. It's not just somebody sitting on top of a wild raving animal out there. It's a team effort. I kind of like that.
Yeah, those horses are team players. They know exactly what to do. I wonder who's in charge out there.
I think I have an idea, and something else that strikes me is that the horse probably, some of these horses are worth as much as the truck and trailer that got them here.
Right.
So we're talking about some real athletes. So I think you're right. I'm not sure who's in charge. I would bet on the horse.
Well, pay attention. If everyone watches this event, when the horses, they know in advance when to back up and to tighten up the rope. There's more to it than meets the eye. If you pay attention tonight, you can see some magic out there.
Well, if we don't distract them too much with talk, maybe we can see that happen.
Okay.
I agree with you 100%.
Well, it looks. I visited you over there and saw you've got a pretty good view. You don't have sunshine in your eyes like we do over here, so I don't think you should be missing anything.
No. We're not going to miss anything, and as always, Gil does a great job, and the camera people do a great job bringing this thing together, so we're all going to have some fun. It's nice talking to you.
Thank you.
All right, Alan, what's your take on tonight? What's going to happen here?
I think we're just going to be able to see a great deal of really interesting events with quite a bit of variety, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching the calf roping and the team roping, as Jill said.
Absolutely. So, Jill, thanks, and Alan, thank you very much. I want to remind you, while we have a little pause here, that the Coors 48th Annual Penn Valley Rodeo is an exclusive Touchdown production and is being underwritten by Coors and Coors Light. Coors and Coors Light are brewed cold, high in the Rocky Mountains, and shipped cold to you. Coors is also proud to be a corporate partner of the Penn Valley Community Rodeo Association as they present the 48th Annual Rodeo in Penn Valley. continuing the rich traditions of the Old West. So taste the cold. Coors and Coors Light, Golden, Colorado.
Liberty Motors. Liberty Motors is proud to present Rodeo Sales Days during this year's rodeo season and invite you to see their new display of the 2005 Dodge Ram diesel trucks at the 48th Annual Penn Valley Rodeo. Only Liberty Motors carries a selection of Dodge trucks in Grass Valley, and they congratulate the Penn Valley community on 48 years of great rodeo. That's Liberty Motors.
Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. No job is too large or too small for Hanson Brothers Enterprises. And Hanson Brothers is proud to continue their sponsorship of this 48th Annual Rodeo and is happy to provide several tons of sand and material to the Penn Valley Rodeo to upgrade the arena for the safety of the animals and the riders. Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals.
Burke Home Loans. Burke Home Loans can finance life you've always imagined in Nevada County, and John Red Burke offers many different loan programs, including easy-to-own loans with 100% financing and interest-only options. With his experience, John can show you that there are many loan programs now available, and he has one that is sure to fit your lifestyle. That's Burke Home Loans.
Grass Valley Glass. Shauna, Marty, and their son Curtis Sawin specialize in everything glass. From mirrors to windows, they can repair or replace any window product. And Grass Valley Glass provides one-day windshield replacement or repair and works with your insurance company to get you back on the road quickly. That's Grass Valley Glass.
Golden Green Equipment Rentals. Now that the rains are over, it's time to get back to work, and that's why Golden Green has brand new John Deere tractors for your lawn and garden needs. Golden Green also carries other equipment like trenchers and walk-behind tillers and provides U-Cart concrete service for those small concrete jobs around the house like fence posts and walkways, available at Golden Green Equipment Rentals.
And by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in local sports television. All right, folks, I think we're going to be starting here pretty quick, and as it'll be, I think, a classic rodeo start. We'll have some colors. We'll have, at some point, probably a grand entry. We'll get to at least have a look at everybody who's going to compete, because they may be not too easy to see once we get started with the action here, Alan. So I think they're going to introduce these guys to us. Take a look at the folks that are going to be out here competing.
Yeah, and I anticipate we'll be seeing the Grand Marshal, Mr. Don Raymond, pretty soon also.
Yeah, and he's a fellow that deserves our attention and certainly some kudos. And I think I can see the young lady who's going to sing the national anthem for us. She did a great job last night.
Yeah, and last night, as you said, it was a classic beginning to the rodeo with all the colors, and like you said, that's pretty much how most rodeos start.
That's exactly how they start. Yeah, it's. All right, while we're gearing up for this wonderful event here, we'll remind you again that the 48th Annual Penn Valley Rodeo is underwritten by a number of people, not the least of which is Coors and Coors Light. Cold-filtered Coors and Coors Light are brewed with Rocky Mountain spring water and delivered to you cold to your favorite store. They are also proud of the rich traditions of the Old West and the rodeo competition that came from that way of life. That's why they support the Penn Valley Rodeo Community Association and salute the longevity of the 48th Annual Penn Valley Rodeo. Taste the cold. Coors and Coors Light, Golden, Colorado.
Price Concrete Pumping. You don't have to lift that heavy wheelbarrow full of heavy concrete anymore. With Price Concrete Pumping, you can deliver any amount of concrete exactly where you need it. Owner Jim Price travels the foothills for both commercial and residential projects with none too big or too small. Jim Price pumps them all. That's Price Concrete Pumping.
And by Players Pizza. Players Pizza is serving up fresh pizza right here in Penn Valley Pizza. Ever since 1996, Players Pizza has only used the freshest ingredients. They have catering available and weekly, nightly specials for the whole family. You can also enjoy your favorite sporting event on the new high-definition television. They're open 7 days a week till 9 and on Fridays and Saturdays till 10. That's Players Pizza, the pizza place that scores big in taste.
Penn Valley Laundromat and Wonderland in Grass Valley. Winnie and Patrick Spear have created a great place for you to do the hardest weekly chore. The Penn Valley Laundromat is clean and modern to make your job easier and your quarters go farther. There's always an attendant on duty and plenty to do in the center. They're open every day from 6 to 10 in the Penn Valley Shopping Center.
And by Plaza Tire and Auto Service, family owned and operated by Mike and Mark Hauser, with 2 locations to serve you in Nevada City and in friendly Penn Valley. Plaza Tire thanks you for your support over the years and for voting them Nevada County's best repair shop, and that's why they love to support local community events like this 48th annual Penn Valley Rodeo. That's Plaza Tire and Auto Service.
And by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in local sports television. This is Alan Barros along with Ken Tribby, Jill Leslie, and Gil Dominguez and the entire Touchdown Productions sports team bringing you this exclusive rodeo telecast today. Thank you for tuning in each week and making us the most popular local program on our Foothill network of stations. ACTV, Channel 20 in Auburn, Seabridge Connections, Channel 23 in Colfax and Altasierra, LOP Channel 7 in Bear River, and NCTV Channel 11 in Grass Valley.
All right, we've got, I think that's Doug Mathis who's getting this crowd kind of ready to go here, Alan. Again, I'm looking forward to just a great evening of some real Western traditional sport. And look at the people in this arena while these riders are coming in.
Yeah, right now you see these girls riding around. Looks like the flags are showing all the sponsors that help put on this great Penn Valley Rodeo.
And we might have a little rodeo going on before the rodeo starts. Kind of typical. Some of these animals get a little antsy when there's people around, lots of color, lots of movement. She'll get that horse under control, and we'll have a good time. And here are the contestants. They're coming in now.
As you watch them compete, you'll see the Bareback riding, the Untitled Roping, along with the saddle bronc riding. And we'll move to the Breakaway Roping, steer wrestling, team roping, barrel racing, and the bull riding.
Well, I can assure you those are not all the contestants. I think this is kind of an optional thing for some of these folks. And, you know, some of them are probably in the back there getting saddled up and tacked and ready to go. And so they have a short representation. They have a short list of folks who want to come out here and ride around.
There are visiting royalty. The pretty ladies on horseback right now would like to say hello. Look at CCPRA 2005, Aaron Jasper.
Okay, now Doug is introducing some ladies. I don't know if there are any more, but people that are well known on the NFR circuit, or at least on the professional circuit.
Yeah, this lady that just came out, that's Erin Jasper. She is Miss CCPRA. Is what.
County's Junior Wild West Rodeo Queen, Morgan Hanson.
Okay, now this young lady is from the Nevada County Horsemen. As I said earlier, these ladies, young ladies, are out representing their various rodeos and arenas. This is Morgan Hanson, great rider, still does barrel racing, and very involved with the Nevada County Horsemen.
Let's put your hands together for Miss Auburn Stampede 2005, Jessica Paul.
Now, this young lady is from Auburn Stampede, which is again another local rodeo association and rodeo. So she's representing her organization here at this rodeo tonight.
Yeah, they have their obligations when they're named the queen of their rodeo, because they go and they represent that rodeo at all the other rodeos.
That's correct. And so what's going to happen is the queen or princess who wins tonight will be doing the same thing in Auburn and Nevada County Horsemen and elsewhere. Little modified rodeo wave there, but it works.
And this lady right here goes to Placer High School, as mentioned by the announcer Doug Mathis.
County Rodeo Princess, say hello to Morgan Shepherd.
Doug was saying, this young lady, she's riding what the Cowboys would call a yellow horse. We call it other folks call it Palomino, or some version of a Palomino. She's 11 years old, and look how well she rides that horse.
Yeah, it's great to see the kids coming out here and giving back to their community. And she's out of Rough and Ready, just a few miles up the road.
Next is Miss Tri-County Junior Queen 2005, Jamie Palmer.
Oh, and I've watched this little girl grow up on horses. Jamie Palmer is a local here. She's Tri-County. Was it Queen or Princess? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that particularly. But all these young ladies can really ride these horses.
Put your hands together for Brandy Mayer. This young lady won the Spirit Miss Congeniality in Resort Horsemanship this Saturday. These young ladies are also already out in the grand entry. Amber Jewel won Space Champion Impromptu. And right now, we're going to put your hands together for Marilyn Glasgow. Horse modeling with photogenic.
Well, I think there's a little bit of confusion about who's going first here, but in any event, these are two of the young ladies who competed for the 48th, for the Penn Valley Rodeo here for the 48th annual. So I think Ms. Glasgow is the second rider, and I think Ms. Jewel is the first rider. Yeah, you know, we were concerned last night, Alan, about this arena being too wet. But, you know, as you watch these horses go around, we're getting some dust kicking up. So that's a good sign. That's a good thing.
Yeah, we didn't have that last night, but
oh, no.
Much better for the riders now.
Absolutely. Do you think these girls are having a good time out there in the arena? There's probably, 15 or 1,800 people, maybe even, pardon me, maybe even more than that here. They're loving it being out in the arena on their horses. Yeah, this is you know, Liberty Motors has been working with Touchdown Productions for a number of years, and this is just another example of how the local sponsors are kicking in and with these local events. I mean, they've done a great job over the years.
Yeah, they've done a great job just helping this event happen right now.
Grand Marshal is Mr. Donald H. Raymond.
And I think Don Raymond is coming out now. He's been designated as the Grand Marshal for this year. Alan, do you have some little bio on this gentleman here for us?
Yeah, it says right now he's been in the Penn Valley Fire Department since 1983, and as soon as he joined, he started to help put on this rodeo here in Penn Valley and has been doing it ever since then. And the new fire station that's going to open on Spenceville Road has been dedicated in his name. That just shows all the hard work and dedication he's put in here for over 20 years now.
And this community really appreciates it. This guy's worked very hard, and for him, I'm sure it's an honor to be nominated as Grand Marshal. And as I'm reading the bio on him, the Rodeo Association voted to have him be Grand Marshal unanimously. So we didn't have any contest as to who was going to be Grand Marshal this year. That's wonderful. This guy's done a lot of work for this community. This is well deserved for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now, we thank God each and every day.
And I think we're about to get the colors and some prayer, which again, Alan, is that traditional rodeo opening.
To this great country in color and in soul. So right now, if you would please make welcome the very lovely Miss Jean Kennedy and our American Tribute.
Haven't changed.
seen the Kansas sunset or Arizona rain? Have you drifted on a bayou down Louisiana way? You've watched the cold fog drifting over San Francisco Bay. Have you heard a bobwhite blowing in the Carolina pines, or heard the bellow of a diesel at the Appalachian mines? Does the call of the Niagara thrill you when you hear her waters roar? Look with awe and wonder at the Massachusetts shore, where men who brave the hard new world first stepped on Plymouth's rock. You think of them when you stroll along a New York City dock. Have you seen a snowflake drifting in the Rockies way up high? Have you seen the sun come blazing down from the bright Nevada sky? You hail to the Columbia's fresh to the sea, while you're headed to Jasper, or struggling free.
Okay.
Have you seen mighty Teton? Watch the eagle soar? Have you seen the Mississippi roll up with fury rain? You go to chill at Michigan. Winter's day, the water rage along the shore. Thunderous display. Does the word aloha make you warm? You stare in disbelief when you see the surf come roaring in. Why am I real? From Alaska's cold to the Everglades, from the Rio Grande to Maine, my heart cries out. My pulse runs fast. You ask me why I love it? I've a million years. My beautiful America, beneath God's wild eyes.
Well, Alan, I told you we were going to have a real classic rodeo opening, and that is really a classic. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was a little bit different than last night, but it was still very patriotic. And
you know, I was looking around, and there, you know, everybody, from what I could see, everybody had stopped and were, you know, everyone was paying attention as they should, and it just kind of gives me the old shiveries, you know. It's an interesting part of this rodeo thing, is this dedication to family, home, and country. It's refreshing.
Yeah, this is great right here. As you see all the branches of the military being represented tonight as they enter the arena.
Looks to me like it's been a while since you guys have marched in formation, but that's okay, because these are the guys amongst many that are doing their service for the country, and it's great to have them out here. Getting quite a welcome too. If you guys will notice, anybody who's been in the service, there is a drill instructor right in the center of that formation, and wouldn't you know it, he's barking commands. He's the guy with the Smokey the Bear hat, by the way, guys.
And tonight we ask that you watch over us in the arena tonight. You know what? We don't ask for special favors. We don't ask for all daylight run. To draw around the shoe-shining walls, or to draw a chair that won't play. But the only thing that we do ask of you, Lord, is that we make that last inevitable ride. In the country up there where the grass grows lush, green, and stir high, and the water runs smooth, very deep, that you, as our final judge, will tell us that our entry fees have been paid. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we look upon the most beautiful flag in the world, the stars and stripes of Old Glory, let us join together as a body of one to confirm our faith in this country as Americans and sing with the ever-lovely Miss Typical Company, our national anthem.
What we have at the twilight last gleam, whose bright through the perilous fight, o'er the rampart we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and running red land, the birds in the air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sailor, that's our spangled
Okay, folks, I don't think you lost anything in the translation by watching that on television as opposed to being here live. That was absolutely beautiful. She did a great job, and the fans here in the arena, absolutely silent. It was great. Alan, it was a great thing.
Yeah, great opening that we got to see tonight as we got to witness military come out and just everything representing our country.
It's good stuff. We're about to get ready for some rodeo. Yeah, you know, I think if you might be somewhere else in the world, you wouldn't be watching the rodeo on a Saturday evening in May, springtime, and wherever. It's good to be here.
And we see now the clowns getting on their horses right now.
Are you ready to go to bareback riding if you're on?
Well, we got some bareback horse riding going on here, and you folks need to watch for a couple things. This bareback stuff is very interesting. You'll note one thing. Again, it's a total of 100 points possible, 50 to the animal, 50 to the rider. And but you need to watch when they come out of the gate. They have to do what's called marking. Those spurs, and they are rounded spurs, so they're not flailing these horses at all, have to be up over the shoulders of the horse. See him mark out right there. You see what I mean? Now he's got to keep his spurs going. He's got to roll them up over the shoulder of the horse. Oh, rude awakening.
And
he hit pretty hard.
Yeah, it's nice to see him get up right there.
Oh, yeah. Most of these cowboys don't lay there long. They'll get up. They're This is not like NFL where they bring out the stretcher and all that kind of stuff. These guys get up, and I've seen them get up hurt so bad they could hardly walk out, but they will get up. And you'll notice again that you've only got one clown, if you want to call him that, out there, because the horses, unlike the bulls, are not intent on causing anybody any kind of harm. They're not that way. They want out. They want out and away from that rider. So that was a no time for him. He didn't make the buzzer.
Yeah, it was just a split second off of it right there.
Hey, what are you doing out there? What was that deal? What do you mean he got buck off at the whistle? That was a 0. Yes, it was.
Okay, coming out of chute number 1, we got our second rider, and look at the action. Look at the spur action. Lost his hat, and he's going for it. He's going for it. He's hanging on. He's hanging on.
Yeah, nice ride right there as he loses his hat, but he just keeps on going. And
The horse, 50 points, and Cowboy 50 points. It's a possible 100. So the harder the higher the horse kicks out the back.
Okay, let's watch this replay. Alan, go ahead, and I'll try to listen for a score here.
yeah, watch him as he comes out of the gate, doing a great job with the spurs right there. And yeah, you see he's getting bucked around, just doing a great job staying on.
Bareback riding. And we're going to go to Jimmy Santoni.
And you see he's going to lose his hat right here, but just
That's okay.
tries to reach for it, but keeps on going, and then eventually right now he's going to...
Alan, I'm not convinced he was reaching for that hat. He was hanging on for dear life. He didn't care about that $15 hat.
That's where it's all going to happen.
Yeah, that's always the most important thing, to just try to stay on. And
That's it. And he's got to keep the legs working. He's got to keep spurring that horse. And again, I want to remind you, these are dulled out spurs. Nothing's cutting this horse. Nothing's harming this horse. It's a part of the art of riding. And you can see we got a little rodeo within a rodeo right down there in chute number 3. Horses generally a little easier to handle than the bulls, generally speaking.
Jimmy and the horse was doing that. Get off and go to the session thing. There'll be something cool to drink. No, I go to the tack room. That's a good place. That's a good place to go, yeah. Been there, huh? No. How many people were here last night with us for the bull riding?
Okay, here he comes out of chute number 3. Comes out marking hard. He's looking really good. Keep the legs moving. Keep the legs moving. Look at how he's bouncing off the back end of that horse. He made the buzzer. And I missed the score last time. I thought I heard 71, but I'm not sure. I'll try to get one this time for you, folks.
And this rider just does a great job. Even after the whip, after the horn, he just stayed on and... And we're going to take a look at this last ride.
It's going to be 75.
And that was a 75 when you're starting this replay. That's going to be the high score for the night. Watch this guy. You see him mark out, and how he's the only thing connecting him is that handle, if you will. It's all he's got, and he's got to keep those legs moving. Got to keep those spurs rolling up on the shoulders of the horse, and not touch any other part of the horse with his free hand. But just smacking the back end of that horse as it comes up.
Yeah, you see he just continues to stay on right there, and then eventually he bails once the clowns come.
Well, these are the pickup riders, and they're out there, and you'll see them pull these guys. A lot of times you'll see them take them right off the back of the horse so that they don't get thrown. If they make the buzzer, a lot of times you'll see them just slide in alongside the bronc rider, and he'll just scoop right off, and there he's gone, just like you just saw right there. These guys are pickup riders.
I don't want you to get run over. Oh, is this a timeout? It's not a timeout. It's just I'm taking care of you, okay? You're getting a little long in the tooth, and you don't move as quick as you used to. Oh, the pocket, they handle black there.
Okay, it looks to me as if we're setting up something in the chute down there. It's can't tell at the moment if it's exactly what we're doing here, but
just take your hat. What's wrong with it? Look, you're an injured. You're injured.
we're going to find out in just a moment. You can see he's setting up in the chute down there. Now, the guy that's got the worst job in his whole arena is the guy behind that green chute, because he's going to push that calf out, and I wouldn't want to be back there. Okay, this is calf roping, and So you're going to have one horse and a rider, obviously, and he's going to rope, bring that calf to a stop. You'll watch him, and he has got to tie off at least 3. He's got to immobilize. He's got to let the calf stand first, put him back on the ground. He's got to tie at least 3. And I don't think he made it.
Yeah, the calf ended up
Yeah, he didn't make it.
getting up. Man, these cowboys, they have lots of skill because it's going to take a lot of speed and agility to rope down that calf and then get off and tie him off really quickly.
Yeah, he was looking at about 12 seconds. But let's explain what's going on here. Okay, you see the barrier. The horse just broke the barrier. If he breaks that before the calf is out of the chute, that's a speeding ticket. It's going to add, I think, 10 seconds. Then he's got to rope it. If the calf goes down on the ground, he's got to pick it back up on its feet, put it back on the ground, tie off 3. And it looks like it's easy. That calf probably weighs 180 pounds, maybe 200 pounds, and they wiggle and squirm. He's got to tie at least 3 and immobilize it. But something went sideways on him. Here's our second competitor. Rope's got him. Whoa, upside down he goes. He's got to pick him up, put him down again, and watch his horse work. That horse is going to keep the tension on the rope.
And you see how quickly he ties up that calf, because if you take your time, you don't have a chance.
Okay, and this rider got 11. The announcer's going to call it 11-3. What that means is 11.3 seconds.
He ties the calf for 6 seconds. From the time the slack comes in, he says it's good.
And the calf's got to be down for 6 seconds. So, but 11-3 is his time, so that's the time to beat. The first rider had a no time. But again, he's got to mobilize that calf for 6 seconds. And this little guy just gets up and squirts out like he's done his job at the office today.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how much skill these riders have is in running him down, the calves down, and just getting up and able to flip that calf and tie him up in virtually like just a couple seconds.
Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. Okay, here we go. He's had a good start out. Oh, no, and he missed him.
Yeah, so it looked like he was going to be pretty successful in running him down, but unfortunately he just didn't get enough rope out there.
He just couldn't hang it, and if he doesn't come back in some other event, he's not going to have steak tonight when he leaves here, even if he stops by the tack room. And here's our replay.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. And you see here, he gets a pretty good start on this calf as he comes out of the gate.
He got a great start. He just didn't. He couldn't hit the handle. And again, watch this guy in the back of this chute if you get a chance. There's a guy in the chute with that calf, and that's the spot where I would not want to be. And you see the barrier with the red flag. If that barrier is broken, that's called breaking the speed limit. He'll get a speeding ticket, and he'll add 10 seconds to his time.
And basically, if that happens, you virtually have no chances. 10 seconds is an eternity in this.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when the fast time right now is 11-3. So 10 seconds is going to put you out of the game.
Got to drive a Dodge to get it done.
Coming down a long ways. But now watch the horse, if you can see the horse there. Now let's leave him down 6 seconds and see if he's... No, he didn't even make the 6. Didn't make the 6.
Yeah, so pretty stubborn calf right there, as it took a while to tie him up. He was a little squirmish, and the tying up was all for nothing as the calf.
Looks like the calf's
down.
about to tie the cowboy up, but that's all right.
So a no time for Slaughter. Moves to Escalon, California.
And let's take a look at the replay.
And again, watch the guy in the back of the chute. That's the guy you don't want to be.
Yeah, it kind of takes him a while to run the calf down, as you're going to see the calf starts to turn towards the inside when he finally gets him.
Calf's getting a little squirrely on him, and then he's got him, and then he's far down. He's lost a couple seconds just by the time it took him to get the rope out and around.
Yeah, it takes him a while to pin the calf down even.
And then he got squirrely on the ground. These guys aren't giving up. I mean, these are some healthy little cows, and little calves. Don't tell me that these animals are abused. Here we go again. Nice job.
Now, here
Now he's got to put him on the ground again and watch his horse. His horse is backing up, keeping the pressure on the rope. He's tied off. He stays 6 seconds. He'll have a time. See the tension on the rope?
Yeah, you see how tight it is right now.
13 and 6.
Now he's putting some slack in it.
13 and 6, and he chased him 3/4 of the way down the arena.
Yeah, that was a 13 and 6, and as Doug just said, it took him a while to get set to put the rope on that calf. So he came a good ways down the arena. So not a bad time for what he did.
Yeah, these calves know exactly what's going on. They've been through this before.
Oh, absolutely.
Calf roper. But it's not real good if a calf roper's dating your daughter. So if a calf roper brings your daughter home, shoot him. Next, we're going to move to Ryan Collins.
All right, this guy's.
Watch come from San Luis Obispo.
This is a cowboy from San Luis Obispo. That's this guy's come quite a ways.
Yeah, it's about 5 or 6 hour trip up here.
Your TV cable company in this part of the country. You haven't got
And you can see tonight, Alan, this crowd is really, really filled in these stands on the south side. It's
also Liberty Motors.
I wouldn't say the place is full, but you know what? This committee that put this on, you guys deserve a great, big, hearty congratulations. You've done a great job. Even the end where we are, these stands are not full, but they are, they're getting there. We're not at capacity. We could take a couple of 2 or 3 people in here, but it's a great turnout. You guys ought to be proud of yourselves.
And we're about to see Ryan Collins, the next rider here. As you said, Ken from San Luis Obispo.
Yeah, see, it's you folks can see I'm not playing with you here. There's a lot of people out here. Now, that was a quick one. Got on him right out of the gate there pretty well. Got to handle him, get him down. And man, in no time.
Yeah, I did a great job of roping up the calf really quickly. He got him before the halfway point of the arena, but unfortunately, just what calf was able to get up.
Smart cat. So we go to Chuck Foley.
So far, I've got it. Here comes a replay. Let's watch this guy. Watch how quick he gets on him. He's on him right there. That horse isn't 6 paces out of the chute.
Yeah, I got him about a quarter of the way down the arena.
You got him pretty quick. That just isn't going to do it.
Yeah, and the calf, he kind of got a slow start on getting a jump on the calf when he got off, but
and that calf will break that neck rope and actually release that barrier.
Unfortunately, the tide just wasn't good enough. You'll see the calf's going to get up in a second. Yep, and that calf breaks free.
But you noticed when the slack came off the rope, the horse was backing up, and that horse was doing its job. It's real teamwork. Real teamwork.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the horses, how they know exactly what's going on and help out the rider.
Practice. That was a quick one. He's got a good chance. Get him down. We got to beat an 11 and 3. And he did. I think he did. If he stays down 6, I think we got a new time.
Well, it's a 10 and 2.
That is a new time. That's fast time for tonight. 10 and 2. 10.2 seconds.
He broke the barrier.
Oh, but he got a speeding ticket.
10 seconds to it. Make it a 20 and 2.
So that means this gentleman just.
For the round of applause one more time. Thank you.
You see here the calf is out, but the barrier is still tight, so questionable on whether he broke it right there.
Well, I don't know that that's the case. There's a rope inside of that. There's a rope inside of that chute.
So one left.
It's got to break free first.
Yes. So unfortunately,
it's legit. I think that's a legit call. He got a speeding ticket. He's 20 and 2. That puts him out of the running, at least for right now.
But great job by him, though, as that was the best one we've seen all day. And let's take another look at it here. So from our view, we see the calf was out first, but
mishandle down under. Mishandle. Too bad. That's too bad. He had a good one going.
Yeah, he did a great job of roping him up quickly. Just wasn't able to hold on to his legs and That cost him.
All right, let's go back and take another look at this.
Yeah, right here from our view, the calf is out in that barrier.
Yeah, but on
Let's
the
be
right-hand
taught.
side, you can still see part of the rope.
Yeah,
That white line
you're
just
right.
broke right there.
Here's what they tell me.
Well, that's a close call.
And you see this
Yeah,
one.
that's a close call, but it's not clear.
Let's give them all a round of applause if you will.
Yeah, so that could go either way. So
I'm not going to pass judgment on that one. I'm going to stay out of the way. The judges called it a speeding ticket. I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah,
We say thanks to all
That's all we do. Yeah, that's all we do. We tell, you guys are blind. You can't see this and that and the third thing. And I'm just going to be quiet. I deal with judges all week, so I'm just going to be quiet. They're different judges, folks, but the net result's the same. The conclusion's final, and that's just kind of how it is. So.
Penn Valley Rodeo. They would appreciate it, and so would we. Golden Green Rentals as well.
Yeah, folks, rodeo, these things only happen when people sponsor these programs, and Coors is one of those outfits that's been doing it now for about 5 years here, and they really contribute a great deal to this community when they bring out the beer and this stuff, and they throw money in, and they do the signs, and they do all kinds of things. It's wonderful, in my mind anyway, that corporate America can get down to a level and deal with us little guys here in Penn Valley. I think it's a great thing. So Bert's going to come out and give us some fun.
Yep, should be very interesting to see what he has to show for us tonight.
Provider set the scene for you.
Oh, yeah, guys, how are you?
It's absolutely amazing.
That's me.
And I promise
I'm Ken Tribby.
I'm Alan Barros.
there's a special
We're having a good time tonight, folks. You need to get down here and see this. As I've said earlier a couple of times, either tonight or even last night, second best shot you have at seeing rodeo is right here on Touchdown Productions, but the best shot you can get is to get out here and join this crowd. These folks are having a good time. Lots of little kids running around having fun. Parents having a good time seeing folks they probably haven't seen for, maybe since last year, for that matter.
Yeah.
Great social events, good time. We're having fun.
One more day of the rodeo to come out and witness some great action.
Absolutely. We're going to be back out here again tomorrow. Rodeo starts at 1 o'clock, I believe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, this is the Foothill Game of the Week. This is the 48th annual Coors Penn Valley Rodeo, and it is being underwritten by Coors and Coors Light. Cold is not a word they take lightly at Coors, but did you know that Coors is designed for the cold? They even ship it cold, so you can enjoy it cold. That's why Coors has been part of the Old West since the days of the cowpoke, and they're proud to sponsor events like the Penn Valley Rodeo to keep the rich traditions of the Old West alive for future generations. So taste the cold. Coors and Coors Light, Golden, Colorado.
Liberty Motors. It's rodeo sales days at Liberty Motors, and during this year's rodeo, Liberty Motors has 30 used diesel trucks in stock at both locations. That's why Liberty Motors is the diesel depot in Northern California. And the Alkenbrock family congratulates the Penn Valley Community Rodeo Association on 48 years of great rodeo action in Penn Valley. That's Liberty Motors.
Star of the show. This is Al.
Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals. Rental manager Craig Arthur reminds you that knowing the true cost of owned equipment is very difficult. With rented equipment, you receive just one accountable cost figure, and that's the rental invoice. Cost control is just another reason to rent rather than buy. Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals, proud sponsor of the local community events, and saluting the 48th year of great rodeo in Penn Valley.
That's what we're about to do.
Burke Home Loans. Have you seen the latest edition of Mortgage Notes? It's the monthly newsletter Inside the Union. This month, John Red Burke reveals the secrets on how to save time, money, and hassles in your loan search. He also explains why a mortgage broker can be helpful to you. You can rate, shop, pre-qualify, and apply online at BurkeHomeLoans.com or get loan information at the mortgage hotline. Burke Home Loans, voted Nevada County's best.
Penn Valley, aren't they amazing?
And Grass Valley Glass. The Sawin family is a Penn Valley family, and the Sawins also own Grass Valley Glass. Grass Valley Glass is in your neighborhood every day, repairing and replacing windows with Milgard window products. and the Sawins salute the Penn Valley Community Rodeo Association on their work to continue the traditions of rodeo in Penn Valley and honor the traditions of the Old West. Grass Valley Glass.
Golden Green Equipment Rentals. Golden Green is a complete rental service for homeowners and contractors. They are open 7 days a week and now have a newly remodeled center with many products that you need, like gloves, earplugs, shovels, and straps. They also carry new John Deere tractors. That's Golden Green Equipment Rentals.
Next, we move to Red Fox.
And by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in local sports television. Your favorite Game of the Week telecast is now available on DVD. That's right, our entire sports library for the past 8 years, including today's Penn Valley Rodeo, is now available for you on DVD. And Touchdown Productions is proud to announce the grand opening of our new duplication station to transfer your own personal home videos to DVD. So enjoy the DVD difference with Touchdown Productions, the name you've trusted in local television production since 1997.
And what you're about to watch.
And tomorrow, folks, we're going to bring you our next show would be day 3 of the Coors 48th Annual Penn Valley Rodeo. You can see it on ACTV Channel 20, Seabridge Channel 23, NCTV Channel 11, and LOP Channel 7. Please join us. All right, it looks like old Bert's still having some fun. This guy does a great job with these animals here and keeps this crowd going. Loves his animals, does a great job.
Yeah, and these animals, they're very skilled also, as you see them being trained really well to do these tricks and entertain the crowd.
Now, way up high. Watch this. Here comes the Cherokee Aussie.
Oh, and that's the dog you introduced to us last night, I believe.
This dog gets. Nicely done. What do you think about him? What about Alp, the star of the show? You want to see Alp do it? Yeah, come on. Let's get Alp out there. She's a star. Bert, what happened? Hey, wait. What about a little divine intervention right now from the man upstairs? That always works. Talk to the man up there. That guy.
All right.
Yeah. What about the star of the show, Al? Nice.
And you see how well trained all these dogs are.
These dogs travel most of the year. They have their own daredevil hero. They call him Eagle Knievel. You know who we're talking about. And Alp likes to see how many dogs she can jump. So we're going to start her with 2. She goes up.
Oh, this is great stuff. This is great stuff.
Yeah, you see her, she's going to try to jump over as many dogs as possible.
Take Bullet out and line him up.
First, she goes under, and then over. All right.
Nicely done. That's amazing. Now, can she jump 4 dogs? Under 4. Clears all 4. Ladies and gentlemen, give out the round. Now, 4 dogs.
Oh, that's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give them all a round of applause. They're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we mentioned last night that this guy, Bert, is absolutely, certainly no stranger to rodeo. The guy's been around forever. And he got some awards, I think. As I remember, he got some awards from one of the national organizations for his shows. And in fact, he was nominated for the PRCA Comedy Act of the Year, and I think that was in 2004. And that was apparently the 2nd year in a row. So this is some high talent stuff here.
Yeah, it's not just anyone that can go out and do the kind of stuff that he does out there.
Along with Hanson Brother Enterprises, PG&E, quick response septic and portable tools.
And it looks like we might be getting set for some team roping.
All those people help us out on the sponsorship wagon.
Yeah, as you see,
It kind of looks that way.
yeah, the calves come entering back into the arena. As you see, they took off and towards the back entrance by where we're situated at after the calf roping event. Now they made their way back in.
Right, and it looks like we're also getting set with some event happening, and it looks like some more horses. This looks like saddle bronc riding, and looks like we're setting up with, I can see at least 4 in the chutes down at the other ends. So now this event's a little different from the bareback riding for an obvious reason. They have a saddle on this horse. But it's a little bit different even for saddles. The saddle is just not really a saddle in the conventional sense of that word. You'll get a look at it, folks, once you see one of the riders vacate the saddle. You'll get a good look at it. I won't try to describe it to you, but I think that's probably the next event. They brought those calves down for the team roping, which will happen in probably following the saddle bronc riding.
Now, if you fail to do that on either side, left or the right, my fault, your fault, anybody's fault, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a no score from the very start. We got a John Fluke, Tres Pinos, California, and a horse called Tomahawk.
All right, here we go.
That's going to be your first man.
Coming out of the chute on the far right. Now watch him. He's going to have to mark coming out as well. So keep an eye on where his feet are in relation to the shoulders of the horse. In the front, they have to be up and over the shoulders as he comes out of the chute.
That's where it's all going to happen. Now here's your one events in rodeo that originated from original ranch work. And still to this day in Montana, Wyoming, some of the horse ranches, they
here we go.
To ride just like this.
Whoa.
Ouch.
And you see right there, even with the saddle right there, he wasn't able to stay on too long.
No, unfortunately, that you can see that saddle doesn't have a horn on it. I will not try to describe to you what it might do to some of these cowboys were there a horn. But that's a pretty basic saddle.
And another great four-star rodeo horse from Jeff Davis and the crew in Cottonwood.
But our first contestant out was a no time.
So Dodge pickup in, sent Tomahawk down to the arena. We get set for you next. What in the world are you wearing? I just came from Hollywood. From Hollywood? Yeah. Doing what? I'm in a new Walt Disney sequel. Doing what sequel? A Walt Disney movie. What was it called? Well, what do I look like, dude? I'm exploded Holstein cows. No, I'm Woody from Toy Story. Really? Yeah.
Okay, while our clown keeps the crowd occupied and busy here. Again, this event, Alan, is different because the cowboy is not holding on to any. In other words, he's not secured to the horse like you would in bareback riding or in bull riding.
Look at this, you're a rope trick, man. I didn't know you were rope. Yeah, I've been hanging around with this group. I can do this stuff. Have you really? Well, good at it, Mike. Can you believe all this? This is nice, isn't it? How many people are glad to see the rodeo back in Penn Valley?
And you see that the crowd shows their support for the rodeo being back here in Penn Valley.
Yeah, and again, that's just kudos to to all the hard work and all the people that worked on this. And watch this guy go. He's having a good ride so far.
It'll be another no score. You know what to do to make it feel better? Do it.
And you see, when this rider came off, he came off minus a boot or lost his slipper or whatever it is he's wearing there.
Here's what we're going to do. All right, what we're going to do. Okay, all these people over here hold the north side, okay?
And you see, with the saddle, it could still be just as difficult as when you're doing it without one, as the first two riders aren't able to get successful scores.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if it's bareback is tougher than this or not. I'd rather be hanging on to something than just my hind end on one of these animals.
Not bad. That's better last time. South side. West side. That's pretty loud. Yeah, now the party has begun.
I love these clowns. These guys are.
Moving Camacho out of Red Bluff, California, horse called Stardust. Now back in the bareback riding, we told you about a CCPRA Horse of the Year. This is its sister right here. Watch.
Okay, we've got a good ride going so far. His feet are active. He's doing a good job. He's raking. He's not getting a lot of buck out of this horse. He may get a re-ride out of this one.
Yeah, I think he should be able to. As that horse looked a little pretty calm compared to most of the others.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I'm convinced, Alan, that these horses and these bulls and things, and they have little unions. Let's watch him come out of here.
Yeah, as you're going to see, the horse is bucking at first, but then he's going to going to calm down a little bit and not give the rider much of a.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He just
challenge.
kind of went flat, but he's not going to get a Ray ride. They gave him a 64, but he just went flat right at the end of the ride here.
And yeah, fortunately, he was able to get the first rider to get a score, just not as high as he'd hoped for, since the horse didn't give him as much bucking action.
Wants to play now, but
I'm sure he does. No, just put himmies and everything. Why not horses? Well, then he better grab another gear.
yeah, that's a lively horse. I don't know why she went flat at the end. I don't. She's.
Yeah, this horse was a little stubborn to get out of the arena also.
Oatmeal cookies are made out of oatmeal. And peanut butter cookies are made out of peanut butter. Right. What are Girl Scout cookies made out of? Brownies.
Oh yeah, and again, folks, we've got a crowd back there. These cowboys aren't standing there to spectate. They're helping saddle and get these animals ready to go out. And you know, if you kind of take a look at some of the hats, you'll notice that just about everybody's wearing a hat, but I think the whites have got the black hats outnumbered by quite a few.
Kind of
could be that time of year. It's getting to be springtime, and the Cowboys put on a little bit lighter hat.
I'm not sure I'd want to wear a white hat though, because with all the dirt and dust around here, I think it would get dirty pretty quickly.
I don't think there's a lot of concern about dust and dirt. The rodeo, it's getting them smashed flat. That might be a problem. This guy's having a real good ride until right there. And he just met the fence.
And just missed that horn.
Oh, yeah. He's going to feel that. He's going to feel that tomorrow.
Good, decent job right there, as he was able to keep on that horse for quite some time, though. Even though he wasn't able to make that horn, that horse was pretty wild.
That horse was having some fun.
Yeah, you're going to take a look at this again.
See him marked out. He's got his feet up over the shoulders. He's marking. He's having a pretty good ride. He's real active, rolling the spurs up. Maybe a little too far back with his feet. And that horse is not giving him any slack at all. That's quite a ride, and it looks like he just got off center and whap right into the fence.
I started to slide off to the right side, and
thank you, I'll take a pass. See, Alan, I don't think he was too concerned about his hat right there. I think it was more like...
well, if you're riding right there, I guess you shouldn't be.
I've got all my pieces between my shoes and my hat, and I'm happy.
That's the one that we're going to watch next. Now, the Tack Room Restaurant and Bar Bucket Shoes. How many people last night after the rodeo went to the Tack Room? Two guys, I remember that. Wait a minute, Dougie. You confused the people. What? There wasn't a rodeo last night. It was only bull riding. All right, how many people went to the Tack Room after the bull riding last night? Okay, a few more. All right.
Ooh, we're going to come out. We're going to do a little spin and then come out. Yeah, we're not going to come out conventional. We're going to do it our own way.
And that horse didn't have much sense of direction at all right there, as he just runs the rider straight into the fence.
Ooh, that's tough on the paint job on the fence, I'll tell you. That's
tough break for the rider right there, as he just didn't have much choice really.
Let's watch what happens here, folks. This horse comes out and he does a spin inside the chute, which is a little bit disconcerting for the rider, no doubt. But when he gets out, he does almost a beeline right for that fence.
And this horse wasted no time trying to get him off.
And it was just, whoops, here we are. That was a hard hit.
Is she a big woman?
That was a hard hit.
Yeah, the rider had no choice but to bail there.
So the last man to go is going to be Dominic Nelson.
Yeah, I think the horses are winning tonight in the saddle competition anyway.
Back the U.S. Army Grand Spell recruiting office bucket shoes. Then we got the U.S. Army recruiting office fitness.
And I think we're looking at our last saddle bronc rider right here.
Grand saddle bronc rider. They told him the Army right now.
Okay, come on out of the chute there. Come on out of the chute.
It's going to happen quick.
And again, another quick one right there is that horse wasted no time.
That means
Absolutely no time. Still having fun.
How about around the falls for the saddle bronc riders right now?
Man, let's watch this again.
It's like a gate
Watch
opened
her
a
come
little
out and
bit.
shoot.
It looked to me like the gate opened just a little bit slow. He might have come out a little bit better had they snapped that gate open.
Yeah.
But boy, once he was out, it was
just
all over.
never really was on
No.
center on the horse.
No chance.
Right now, Teresa Dietrich, we've been telling you about her. That's the lady that just brought you the bronc riding. As the flag comes around, give her another round of applause.
So it looks like that concludes the bronc riding session.
I think that's it
of
for
the rodeo.
saddle broncs, and I don't know if there'll be another section. I kind of doubt it. I think they'll do these events one at a time. So I think that's it for saddle broncs.
Brings you the breakaway roping. So it's time to turn it over to the ladies.
Okay, now this is an event. If this is what I think it is, it's breakaway roping. There's no requirement to tie. This is a ladies' event, as I'm hearing Doug announce this. And what happens is the rope breaks away, so that there's no stress or strain on anyone, the horse, the rider, or the calf. And the rope simply breaks away. You'll have to see it happen as it plays out. Basically, the same rules as calf tying, except there's no tying. And that looks like Doug Mathis up there. He's done a heck of a good job the last couple of nights.
Yeah, he just keeps this crowd entertained and informative to us sometimes too.
I think he may have been an attorney in some other life because he certainly knows how to talk, but he's doing a great job.
Only time it breaks away from the saddle horn, that's when the time's going to stop.
Oh.
This is Kayla Dennis, and she's going to come up short. We're starting off with no time. Next, we're going to tender Gavin.
So Kayla right there just comes up short on the roping.
Girls can beat the guys tonight. With you right now. Yeah, you would. I would too. You don't want to go bad mouthing the girls. I'm not bad mouthing the girls. Okay. I know you could go up there with the girls.
Now, folks, what you'll notice, too, is that the young ladies that came out and were part of the flag presentation and the princesses and so forth from the other rodeos, they help push these calves out of here once this event's done. That's why we've got two riders out there. These young ladies, once that particular event's over, or this rider has finished with that calf, they'll push it down here to this end of the arena, so it's back out in the stock cage. And here we go.
They don't have to get off the line.
There's one. It's on. It's on. Did you see the rope break away?
Yep. You see right there, just kind of once she throws it out, it leaves her hand and.
Okay, and that was 4 seconds flat, according to Doug. And the idea is from the time the gates open and the horse breaks, or rather the calf breaks that starting string, until the rope breaks from the saddle, that's 4 seconds. That's pretty quick. Let's watch it again.
Just trying to help out any way I can.
Okay, calf's free. Everything breaks free. Calf cuts to the left side toward the center. The rope is on really quick. Now watch it snap. She will stop the horse. Snap. There's your
This
time.
lady needs to be at 3 and 9. You can
And the rider and the horse have to be really alert in these events because you're really unpredictable on where the calf is going to go in the arena.
Yeah, and it's more horse, I think, than rider. That horse is after that calf. That horse knows its job, and so you just let him drive himself. Get it on there quick. This is good. No, missed again.
There'll be no time for
He had a good path headed towards that calf. Unfortunately, the rope just wasn't thrown out far enough.
Couldn't
to
get it
to
out there. Just couldn't get it out there far enough to set it.
Liam LeGrand out of Chico, California. Folks, don't forget about the posters and the T-shirts. They were designed, the posters, the back of the T-shirts by Tom Robinson. He's going to be signing autographs and signing those posters and T-shirts after the rodeo. Along with third day.
We got one of my favorite events coming up. We've talked about it earlier before we started the telecast. They've set up a barrel racing course. And for those of you who've never seen it before, I'll try to explain it to you a little bit, what little I know of it as we go along. But it's a very interesting event. Here we go again. One more time. Get it on there. There we go.
Well, looked like the calf kind of broke away from it once the rope looked like it got to her.
Yeah, it was probably just partially set. We'll see it maybe on a replay.
Qualified time. It didn't, so it's going to be a no time.
It's going to be a no time. The judges called it a no time.
The French cap. That's what the next lady calls on Sarah McEwers. That'll be next. We've got 4 left in the breakaway roping.
So I think our fastest and only time is 4 seconds.
The barrier, just like they do with tie-down roping.
Okay, here's our replay. Let's see what happens at the end in particular. Does a good job. The cap's coming straight down the arena. She's got the rope out. Plenty of loop. She's going to go over the top there. And it looks like it just didn't really set it. Caught it right across the top of the nose. Enough to break it and then lost it.
Yeah, just didn't get a good wrap around the entire head there.
Make sure the cap comes out on time.
Ooh.
Well,
Looked like she might have got her rope maybe tangled up a bit or just didn't get,
still up.
never really got a swing on it till.
Continue she can.
Well, the times are pretty tight, so when you get down and you know it's 5 or over, it's not much point in continuing. So,
And you see how much skill it takes to do this event, since we only have one official time so far, and how tough it is.
Alan, there's nothing out here that's easy.
I see you. You're looking, but you're not saying much. I'm still picking. You're still picking. Yes, sir.
I think we have 2 more riders here.
Elbow to what? Elbow to elbow. Yeah. So Robin Miller. Next lady. 4 seconds flat is what she needs to be to 3 and 9 to do it. Come on.
Ain't gonna happen with this ride. I don't think, but it was a good job.
Yeah, it's nice to see someone successfully rope that calf, but I don't think that's going to beat the 4 seconds.
Okay, and that time was a 6.1 seconds. That was pretty. Just a little bit, just not quick enough. It was very pretty. Well done. Well executed. Let's look at it again.
Next lady comes from
Yeah.
Nice
Does a
big
nice
loop.
job. Just has
Nice big loop. You can see the horse is just right on that calf. She's going to lay it out there.
Unfortunately, though,
And
it was a
beautiful throw.
It
just took her just
Yeah.
a little bit too long.
It took almost all the way across the arena before she
was
finally
way
got to
down.
it.
Yeah, she was way down here by the time she got it set.
right behind the firehouse. Penn Valley's Firefighters Association for helping us out. In a big way.
People jump down there.
Okay, here we go. No, got wrapped up on the horse's head. Oh, lost the loop, but got it on. She'll get a third.
Way to bounce back right there. is
Absolutely.
Having some
You'll
trouble
see
with the rope, and then
6 and 5, 6 point.
Number 3 in the top 3. Does she get extra point? No.
If we see the replay, you'll see what happens as she's coming out. As she's coming out, you'll see the rope get tangled up in looks like the top of the horse's head or his ears. She got tangled up. She was able to pull it loose. It got tangled right
Yeah, you see
there.
right there.
Right there. She tried to rope her own horse, got free of it,
nice job there by her, as you're going to see
Great
her
recovery.
successfully come back.
puts her in the times. Yeah, this is a no-quit game. People just don't. People that compete in rodeo just, I mean, unless it's real clear that you're not going to make it. These cowboys and cowgirls don't even mess around.
Yeah, unfortunately, right there, the rope was over. Part of it was over the top of that calf's nose. That's going to be a no time.
That's a no time. Yeah.
Just unfortunate break right there. As if she was able to get it all the way around, that would have been a great time.
And she was on it quick too. She was right there on it quick. I think that's what you call coming out swinging.
So right now we're going to move back to Billy Holly. In the tie-down roping.
In there. This right in your room.
So bring his cap back. And let him have his run.
I think we're going to see a rewrite here.
Yeah, we have one
tie-downs.
reride on the calf tying. Yeah.
I've been here since Sunday. I've seen all 4 seasons of Penn Valley. Haven't you? You know, when I came over the mountain on Tuesday afternoon, it was 28 degrees and it was snowing on Mid-Bottom Pass.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what he does. Let's see what happens. Good job. Good job. Off quick. Looks like everybody hit the deck except for the horse. That's all right. He came off real fast. He's got some fast hands. When he was working, he was working.
Yeah, he got that calf tied up pretty quickly and was able to catch him very quickly. Unfortunately, when he fell right there, that might have cost him some time.
Oh, that cost him a little bit, but let's see what he did.
And we're going to watch this again. As you see, he's going to get a quick jump on him right here. As you see, he gets him right here. And
he was on it quick. It's his dismount that's a little bit cumbersome. A little bit cumbersome. Yeah. The horse stopped. The horse did its job. Front, you could see the horse just kind of squatting and straighten out to his front legs. That horse came to a stop, and Cowboy came off quick and didn't have his legs out in the right spot. Great job there. And this guy's got some quick hands. Good job. Well, I'm going to cover up this little conversation between the clown and the announcer in the field. I think we better kind of talk over this one. We're down to the point, folks, where we've got lights on in the arena. I don't really need them now, but so that everyone can adjust to it as sun drops. Lights are on. Having a great rodeo. This is a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. We've been able to see a lot of great events so far, and just very skilled athletes right now.
Everybody's skilled. I'm really am impressed with the way the horses are working with the riders, and the riders with the horses for that matter. I mean, it's a real team. These kinds of things are real team sports.
And if you look at all the horses out here tonight, you can see you just can tell by looking at them that they're in excellent shape. As that.
Now there's a
muscular.
future rodeo person right there in the check shirt and the black hat, having a good time, feet propped up, just enjoying. Looks to be about maybe 5-6 years old.
Yeah, not very old, but if you look over, you can see there's lots of little kids in attendance tonight.
Yep, lots of families, people taking pictures, everybody saying, "Oh, Johnny, look at the horsey," kind of stuff. So this is a big thing for these folks, and it's great. Okay, this is team roping.
There's a great horse to go with steer wrestling. And a man on the left, that's a steer wrestling. The man on the right's a hazer.
And this event, we're going to see the steer.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is steer wrestling. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is going
to. This is going to be fun.
You're going to see it takes a lot of strength to do this.
And I mentioned last night, look at the difference in the size of the guys that are the wrestlers on the screen. The wrestlers on the right, the hazers on the screen is on the left. Cowboy on the right is the guy that's going to take a flying leap off the back of this horse, land somewhere, hopefully toward the front end of this steer, and wrestle it to the ground. Now, let's see what happens. There comes the leap of faith. He's not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it.
And boy, this event, this may take as much guts as it does to ride a bull or do any of the riding, because when you're jumping onto a steer running very fast.
Yeah, and he was full tilt. The horse was going full tilt, but you notice he did get up. He's done something to his right leg. Broke the fence, by the way, just part of this little collision down here. Yeah, they're going to bring the EMT folks in here for a little bit and check him out and make sure he's okay.
All right, we're blocking an emergency vehicle in. Emergency vehicles cannot get in. Oregon plates, CYA 782.
Oh, wonderful.
With a local trailer on it. We need the emergency vehicles to be able to come in. We need the medics.
Yeah, fortunately,
on the other end, please.
he's able to get up with some help.
He's up. No, he's going to be all right. He's all right.
And
he's up and moving. He's hurt, but he's up and moving.
Yeah, as you can see,
they're going to put him back on the horse or get him out of here one way or the other.
Yeah, as you said earlier, they get up pretty much 100% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to
watch what happens. I don't know how much of this we can see, but let's watch what happens. And he just, boom. Oh, I can see. Oh, yeah, it's that right leg. And I think he was.
If any of these guys fly over that top rail into your lap, you can take them home. If a horse jumps
Yeah, Jill, if we can watch that again, right at the end, looks like his right leg got caught up at the top of the saddle. His left leg was on the ground, his right leg was way up at the top. That was quite a stretch for that big cowboy, and he's not a little man. He's not a little guy. Okay, let's watch this again. Right at the end, you're going to see what caused this injury.
Yeah, just the horse is going extremely fast right there.
He's going full tilt.
There at the end of the
short
arena.
And watch his right leg as we push in. You can watch the right leg. He comes off. He's out of his left. He's trying to get out. He's trying to get off, and his right leg gets caught right
around the neck of the horse.
Right there. That's the stretch.
Yeah, he's pretty much in a split position there.
Might hurt. Yeah, I think that might hurt. But you know what? The guy got up and he walked out of here. He had a little assistance, but he got up and walked out. So
yeah, not with a leg injury like that. Most of the time, you wait for people.
Okay, let's see this one more time. These horses are full speed. Comes to an abrupt halt. Out he goes, and look at the stretch. Oh,
yeah, you can see his other leg is buckled while that one's still straight coming off.
Doesn't always happen that way.
Not my idea how to spend a Saturday evening. And he was a big man. That young man probably went about 2.25, 235, and you see him slide over the top. Got to pull him, put him on the ground, roll him over, put him on the ground. Oh, come on, put him on the ground.
Yeah, you can see
He's not going to quit till he gets him down. He's not going to quit till he gets him down. There you go.
Yeah, you see how much strength it takes to do this event as you try to wrestle one of these steer down that probably weigh around.
Yeah, he's pushing 3.5, 375. Pretty good sized little steer. But his job is to stand up.
29-second flat punt with a penalty for Billy Harrison. Next, we're going to Jonathan Pereira.
Okay, so let's hope, Alan, we see some little quicker times here. And you folks need to know that the gentleman who met the fence down here is being attended to over on the backside behind the bridge over there by Penn Valley Fire medical people. So he'll be well taken care of.
Bring everybody out to see us. Rodeo returns to Penn Valley. Now, while you watch the steer wrestling going on, you're watching these big guys wrestling steers to the ground. It's a little tough to do. I'll tell you something right now that's not tough to do, and that is get a great deal of.
This is an interesting event. If we get a chance, we want to slow this and try to get a shot of that moment of truth when the cowboy is neither on the horse nor on the steer. And I don't know if we can get it given our camera angle, but he was about to go.
Yeah, he ended up pulling back right there.
Yep.
It looked like if he would have made the leap, he might not have made it.
Yeah, he would have been leaping into the unknown. He wasn't quite close enough to that steer, but heck of a try. That's a moment of truth, though. I mean, these guys get suspended out there, and that's good. Once you're committed, you're on. You know, you're committed. Can't take it back once you're out stretched out like that. You just can't take that one back.
He's back for revenge. It was a little money. How many people have never been?
Well, you know, Alan, just like last night, it looks like the Beasties are beating the Cowboys. Beasties are winning again tonight.
Out there would like to learn how to steer wrestle. Watch this guy. Watch exactly what he does, and I'll tell you the best way to practice. Steer wrestler overnight.
Okay, it looks like we got a steer to shoot. Maybe giving us a little bit of trouble. Wants to go nose down.
Yeah, you can see his nose is kind of hanging on.
He's pushing
underneath the doorway.
Give him a little time to ride out and get the horse set. Tomorrow morning, Just in front of the arena, the old firehouse. We'd like to invite everybody out.
You know, they got to be real careful and make sure that the cowboy has at least a somewhat of an even chance. Get that steer set in that chute just right, so when the gates open and the pusher gives the shove, that steer's coming out, and also to make certain that hazer is on the right spot and everybody triggers at the same time. It's a little bit complicated. It's practice, and it's practice, and it's more practice. It's all it is. Okay, here we go. Now let's see if we can watch that moment, that leap. There you go. You can see that just moment. There. Oh, yeah, he did it. He did it.
Yeah, great job right there. Really
Yep.
He wrestled him down extremely quickly after he jumped off onto him.
Okay, that's a 6-9, 6.9. And let's watch the replay, and you folks will see what I'm talking about. When this cowboy reaches out over, when he decides he's going, you don't take it back. There, he's going. There he is.
And you see he just wraps himself around the horns. And
now he actually slipped on one of these, but he got it done. He got it done.
It's women's underwear.
And I was down here probably, I don't know, it must have been 8 or 9, maybe 10 years ago when this arena was a lake, and these guys, when they left their horse and made that leap of faith, plant their feet to try to get some grip and slow that thing down, it looked like they were barefoot water skiing in the mud. It was incredible. It was the craziest thing I've seen in a long time.
Get your buddy to drive in about 30 miles an hour down the highway. You get on the back bumper and jump off a gravel bed box. You're going to come to a front stop if you like that, you like this.
Now, Doug was just pointing out, and I think he may be stretching things a little bit. He says the way to practice is to get in get in the back of your pickup truck and have your buddy drive it down the road at about 30 miles an hour, and you leap out and grab a mailbox. And he says that's how you practice for the sport. There he is. This should be a quick one. This is a quick one. This is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that may be the best time we see so far.
That is the best
far.
If he doesn't have a 5 seconds flat. Good job.
And let's watch a replay of this. As you see, you're going to watch him right here. Pretty soon he's going to see him get off, and there's that moment of truth as he does a great job of wrestling him down.
Plants his feet, slows down, gets the twist.
And that's going to be good for the best time of the day with 5 flat.
I feel guilty because if you're going to go out there with somebody else, they want to. I don't want to hurt anybody, so we're going to
Okay, so that's our best time. I'd like to see something in the low 4s. That's when it's fun. It ain't going to happen on this one.
Yeah, the steer just kind of breaks away from him right there.
We got to take another look at that one, Gil, if we get a chance. Yeah, maybe it was the hazer that backed up a little bit on him, and that steer kind of veered off to the right a little bit. Kind of what it looked like. Okay, you see the hazer on the left side. It looks like, see, he got in front of the hazer. That's what happened. When he gets in front of the hazer, that steer is going where that steer wants to go. That hazer is to keep that steer in line so the wrestler can get off, and you can find that steer between the two horses. Because it looked like that steer put it in high gear and just left that horse.
Yep, just outsmarted the horses right there, maybe.
From here, we're leaving next week. Friday. No, we're going to stay right here, huh?
I think this event is right up there in terms of skill and courage as bull riding. Not so much skill maybe in bull riding except to hang on, but just you're hanging out there.
Back out and around. This way.
There's a hole right there.
Okay, let's see if we get one more going here. One more. Yes. Good job.
Yeah, this is a really active steer right here.
But he got it done. Think he's breathing hard?
I'd say he is, but
9.2, 9 and 2
there.
Right now. Give the entire round of applause and he rolls back.
And let's look at this again. And
he does a good job. He's a little bit far down the arena, but he does a good job. He's getting in place. His hazer's doing exactly what the hazer's supposed to be doing. He's over, he's out, and he's on.
Yeah, and the steer just doesn't quit right here. The rider gets on him.
This is a tough dude.
Just keeps going.
A couple weeks ago, broke his wrist.
Yeah. And that's a big boy. That cowboy is over 200, well over 200 pounds. But look at what's going on out there. But he got it done.
So he's out one rodeo.
Ooh, okay. Bring him out. Leg him out a little bit. No. I think that's okay. Nobody was set down there, so they'll set him up again.
Horse is just a little antsy right there.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're pumped. This horse is pumped. This horse is here to do a job, and come on, Dad, let's get it done. Show me the steer. I want to get out there. Now, again, you can notice generally the physique of these guys a little bit bigger built than some of the guys that were riding the bulls and the broncs. These are some big cowboys.
Yeah, you got to be. That's what it takes, a little size that if you want to wrestle that steer down.
Oh, it's going to be too long, guys. Not happy.
No, he's the outside one.
Now, this guy's from Fresno, so see, he ain't going to be at stake tonight either, unless he's in another event where he can pick up some money. But got to give him a hand anyway. He came out and competed, did his job. He knew when to slow down and get out when he knew it was going to be too late, and so give him credit for that. I think he might have been having a little discussion with his hazer on that one too, and I didn't see what happened, but they were having, I can't say they were having words, but they were talking on the way back.
Yeah, may have been a little disappointed right there.
Yeah, I'm sure disappointment fits into that scenario somewhere. Now you can see these horses are the hazer, not so much the hazer, but the wrestler's horse. He's going to get some help pushing over to the right spot in that in the horse chute where he wants to come out. And just set him up at an angle so that when he comes out, and the moment of truth. Oh, that was a quick exchange. Let's have it. He's got to roll him over. He got him.
I looked at first that the steer might get away, but that they just stayed with it, and the wrestler gets off it just at the last second to.
Yeah, it got pretty tight. I hope we got that on camera. It got pretty tight right when he made that. When he made that leap, it was pretty tight between the two horses. All right, let's have a look at it. I think it was called Squeeze City in there. Wasn't a whole lot of room.
You're going to see he gets off it just the last second.
Yeah, and his hazer's pushing him now. He's got to catch up, and he comes really hanging out there. See how tight that was?
Yeah.
And then he was all out of shape when he hit the ground. It was just he didn't have enough room to move in there, and Mr. Steer wanted no part of going on the ground, but he did it.
Yeah, he kept with it and was finally able to get a successful pin.
In fact, he had to almost pick him up and roll him over to the other side. So that's a fight, but he did it. Okay, looks like we've got at least one more. I don't know how many more we got. Now you see the fellow down standing almost directly behind the red marker. He's going to push that horse so that when the horse comes out, it's at an angle. Did you see that? They ain't going to make this one.
Yeah, that steer stayed just stay closer to the hazer right there. There's just too wide of a gap for the wrestler to jump onto him.
He just couldn't get there. This is really a short. Well, it's not really too short of an arena, but it's pretty short. You got to get on him quick.
It's a NorCal. It's not.
Last man to go for Raymond.
Okay, let's see what happens here, Alan.
And it's a Hanson in California.
I think eventually that the steer, you see, it kind of starts to ride
Off
right
to the
next
right,
to the
yeah.
hazer.
Yeah, and that steer almost cut again, like one we saw before, cut ahead of that hazing horse.
Horse events and there's cow events and there's
Yeah, it's kind of like drag racing, you know. Whoever gets the green light and gets out quickest, and that steer had it that time. And another one.
Yeah, you see it again right there. The steer just got off to a way better start.
to be a member to ride.
So I think our best was our best time a 5.0 flat.
Yeah, 5.0 was the best one we saw tonight.
I now say hello, thank you, Hanson Brothers, as the flag comes around. They're the people who make the steer racing possible. Presenting sponsor, Liberty Motors.
And what they do here, Alan, if you haven't noticed, is if a particular sponsor, for example, this one that happens to be Hanson Brothers, if the rider they sponsor happens to win the event, they bring the flag in. They bring the flag in. Jill, where are you?
Hey, I'm over here still on the bridge.
Talk to us from the bridge, please.
Thank you. I have met Linda Davidson. She's the president of the Penn Valley Community Rodeo Association. She's worked really hard to pull all this together for this year. We skipped a year last year, but she's been involved in rodeos for many years. And here is Linda.
Thank you. We formed the Penn Valley Firemen's, actually, the Penn Valley Firefighters Association had a rodeo for many, many years. And they canceled out a rodeo last year because of a lack of manpower. But a lot of people were upset about it, so we formed a new association. And we hope to continue doing rodeos for many years to come now.
I understand there are more rodeo events or horse-type events coming up this year, hoping that your association will organize them. Is that true?
That's right. In July, there will be a junior rodeo that'll run 2 days in July. There will be a bull riding and a junior rodeo. And we also have plans sometime in June for a rodeo, or actually it's a horse and tack auction that will raise funds for our community association.
Can you tell me about some of the people that have been participating in the committee that have pulled this together with you?
Well, our vice president is Doc Halstead. He's been involved in rodeo for many, many, many years. And we also have Patty Wilkins, who is our treasurer. Jeannie Kennedy is our secretary. She also is the queen coordinator. And then we have numerous members of our board that are vendors. Cindy Lackey is our vendor chairman. And we have many of the other members. We have grounds committee, too.
I am curious as to what your biggest obstacle was in getting this association and rodeo off the ground.
Money.
Of course. But the people, I understand, they all stepped forward because they missed the rodeo so much last year, and this has been such a big part of the community. So they all came and recruited you pretty much because you've been so involved for so long, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. There was people that were calling me and asking me, why don't they have a rodeo? No, we can do this. And so we put money out of our pockets to get this started. And then everybody started coming forward saying, we want to help. We want to do this too. And we got some awesome sponsors.
Well, I learned something more from Linda while we were waiting for the break, and that is that she makes the clown. Bert and Kelsey's, that's the clown and the dog act, those costumes and the dog stands. And tell me about that.
Yes, I've met Bert about 20-some-odd years ago whenever we were doing rodeos here before. And he kind of conned me into, I do contract sewing, so he conned me into making his shirts for his acts, and I did that, and then went on to make his stands and stuff. In fact, I've got a whole set of new stands that's going to be painted for him.
Well, that seems to be a real popular act. All the adults and the kids love it. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And Kate. back to Ken and Alan. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to take it back, Jill, but I've got a question for you. Something I've never been able to manage. How do you get the cowboy hat over the headset? I can't do that.
What did you say?
I said, how do you get the cowboy hat over the headset?
Oh, Gil has a really big head. It's Gil's hat.
You're not talking about the big man on the job, are you? Go ahead, say it.
Thank you, Gil, for lending me your hat. There's a hat booth here in case anyone wants a bigger hat for the rest of the show.
Exactly. I've been looking for a way to cover up my blonde hair, and I haven't figured out how to do it yet. And I tried a cowboy hat. It didn't work, folks. It just didn't work.
Do I have it on straight? I've got too many hats on right now. I've got the hat lady made these for me
Yeah,
today.
we can see that. Yeah, very
and,
nice.
I already lost one, had to backtrack.
Oh, you look very nice.
Thank you.
It's on straight enough for Gil. Let's just put it that way.
Thank you, Gil.
All right. Gosh, what a great time. You know, and I really think that having met Linda Davidson, I think, folks, you can see the community spirit that's involved. These people have worked very hard. It's pretty clear to me and anyone else that's involved in this kind of sport that it's money, and money means participation, volunteer time, and people coming out and putting a few bucks down at the gate and coming in. That's what makes this whole thing work. So, and for me, it's important to hear from Linda, because she was the person who spearheaded this thing and got everybody working, and she and a lot of other people put in a lot of time to make this work. Alan, I think it's wonderful.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm so glad to see it back here. Because unfortunately, like last year, it didn't happen, but they've done a great job of bringing it back to this community.
They really have. And while we're looking at this dog act, from what I can see, we're going to come back in just a few moments with barrel racing. But in the meantime, this is the Foothill Game of the Week, sponsored by Coors and Coors Light. Coors uses an all-natural brewing process and the finest ingredients, and Coors Light are kept cold throughout the brewing, packaging process. Then they're shipped in refrigerated rail cars and trucks so you can taste the cold. They're proud of the rich traditions of the Old West and the rodeo competitions that came from that way of life. That's why they salute the longevity of the 48th annual Penn Valley Rodeo. Coors and Coors Light, Golden, Colorado.
Price Concrete Pumping, locally owned by Jim Price. Price Concrete Pumping can deliver any amount of concrete exactly where you need it to any job site. From a backyard patio to a large industrial pour, Jim Price's 19 years of experience means that the job will be done right and on time, so there is no need to break your back, because no job is too big or too small, because Jim Price pumps them all. They're Price Concrete Pumping.
And by Players Pizza. Ready for pizza? Players Pizza has been serving up Penn Valley pizza since 1996, using only the freshest ingredients. You can order ahead and take it out, or you can eat it there and catch your favorite sporting event on their new high-definition television and enjoy the great sports memorabilia. Open 7 days a week till 9, and Friday and Saturday nights till 10. Players Pizza, the pizza place that scores big in taste.
Penn Valley Laundromat and Laundroland in Grass Valley. Yes, there is a laundromat in Penn Valley. Linnea and Patrick Spear have created the perfect place for you to do that weekly chore. Located next to Palermo's Market, the Penn Valley Laundromat is clean and modern and almost makes your job fun, with plenty to do in the center while you wait. So make that laundry chore a nice experience at the Penn Valley Laundromat, open every day from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. in the Penn Valley Shopping Center.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Mark and Mike Hauser carrying on the family traditions of personal service started by their pappy, Fred Hauser, with 2 locations to serve you. The original Plaza Tire in Nevada City and Plaza Tire in Penn Valley. Plaza Tire, your community neighbor supporting local rodeo in Penn Valley. That's Plaza Tire and Auto Service.
And by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in local sports television. Thank you for tuning in each week on our Foothill network of stations: ACTV Channel 20, Seabridge Connections Channel 23, LOP Channel 7, and NCTV Channel 11. And thank you for making us the most watched local program.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them both another round of applause as they leave.
All right, you can see springtime is on us full. There's a nice moon out. Not going to give us a whole lot of light in the arena, but it sure does add to the atmosphere here at the rodeo. Alan, I can't say it enough. I'm really impressed by what these folks have done, and it's been a wonderful second day of rodeo here.
Yeah, great job by everyone that's helped to put this on. You can see all the sponsors right now. Dodge, which is one of the main sponsors of this year's rodeo.
Inside. It's flush.
Okay, so the game we're gonna play now, folks, is called barrel racing, and it's a real easy to figure out once you've seen it run one time. Down at the far end of the arena is a set of timing lights. The rider will come through those timing lights, break that light, start the timer. The horse can either go to the barrel on the right, which makes it a righty, or the barrel on the left, which obviously makes it a lefty. The rider and horse then do a clover leaf and turn the third barrel here at our end of the arena and run back full tilt and trip the timer again, and that's the time. You'll have to kind of see it to understand what's going on. It's a very quick event. It might 15, 16, 17 seconds, and it's going to be over. So, pull up close. If you haven't gotten your cold drink for the rest of the rodeo, forget about it for just a couple minutes, because you're going to miss this event, and it's a great one to watch. Okay, this is a righty. She's going to the right barrel. She's going to turn, go to the other side of the arena, to the opposite side of the barrel, turn, come to this barrel, turn, and home she goes. Let's see what the time is.
15.02.
All right, the timer's got that at 15.02. That's a good starting time. Pretty typical for a good horse and rider here in Penn Valley in this arena.
She comes from Monte. She'll be the next to come in the alleyway. Liberty Motors and Dodge Rodeo bring you the barrel racing.
Now, folks, these events, especially this barrel racing event, is something that goes on in Nevada County on a weekly basis. I believe it's going to be happening again at the Nevada County Horseman. So if you're interested, there are lots of folks around. Some of the folks that either here at Penn Valley Rodeo or someone at Nevada County Horseman can turn you on to when these events happen. Here's another righty. Big, long-legged horse, taking big, deep strides. Having a good smooth. It looks easy, folks, but let me tell you, this is going to be a good time here, too.
Yeah, great job, because it takes lots of technique here.
Okay, that time was a 15.23, 15 and 23, as our rodeo announcer calls it. I'm sorry, Alan. I got
a lot of technique involved here.
Absolutely. The horse, these horses, if I were a firm believer in reincarnation, I'd want to come back as a barrel horse, and I'll tell you why. These horses are pampered by their riders. These horses really want for nothing. They're worked every day, but they're absolutely beautifully taken care of. They love these horses. They handle them like they're babies. Make them work. They make them work. The horse loves to do this.
Excellent.
It's a great deal of teamwork.
They're very precise as they come around the barrels right there. You have to cut it really sharp or else to get a good time.
Or you're going to miss it, yeah.
15 and 79.
Okay, we're still in the 15s. That was a 15 and 79, 15.79. Still a good time for Penn Valley.
Next, we're going to Aliyah Leone out of Laytonville. That'll be the next lady we look at. Now, these ladies are starting in the back, coming into a lighted arena through a narrow gate. It takes a little bit of time to get these horses in. Need a little help. Now, these barrel horses, some of them are bred to
sometimes it takes a little bit to get them in here, but
some of them are found in unusual places.
But once they're in and they're on the pattern, they go. This is a lefty. I see she's going to the left barrel first. Good tight turn. Nice turn. Around the right side. Now you can bump these barrels. You can knock them. You can rock them all over the place, but you just can't knock them flat on the ground. And we got a good time going here.
And a 15 and 46.
15 and 46, 15.46. Our fast time still is the first rider at 15 and 02.
This lady comes from a town called Shingle Springs.
Yeah, again, this is something that happens locally here. So if you're interested in barrel racing or any other equestrian events, there are lots of folks around. Pick up the phone book. You can find something going on. Somebody can get you to the right people if you want to start something like this. Another righty. Little wide. This is going to slow her down quite a bit. We're talking a 16 plus here. Little wide on both first and second barrel, especially the first one. She's going to pick it up a little bit coming home. But it's a 16 plus, I think.
16.0.
And you're right, Ken, right there. That first barrel, how wide it was, really cost her in the timing. And
It sure did. 16.03. She picked it up right on that, off that third barrel, but a little too wide on the first one.
yeah, you got to be really precise on all of them if you want to get a good time.
You got to do them all. Yeah, there's no. It's tough to make up a time when you've got a person running 15 and 02, and you miss it by 10 feet. That's what cost her. That's a second slower. Oh, whoa. So what they'll do now in this rodeo, what they'll do is they'll take her time and add 5 seconds for that as a penalty.
Yeah, in 5 seconds, that basically puts you out of it, because most of the times you're separated by a few tenths of a second.
15 and 56, but we're going to have to find two for knocking over the barrel.
So that was a 15 and 56, and they'll add 5 for a penalty. So it's out of the competition totally.
Chico, California. Going to be Jessica Penn. Looking for a 15.
Now, in some other arenas, if you're in a different kind of rule set, that's just flat called a no time. I mean, the effect is essentially the same, except unless everybody's knocking them down, then there's some difference. But this is a little bit better than getting a no time flat out, just being disqualified. Way wide. That's okay. Oh, we're off course.
That's okay. I told him to come back over here. The horse might have seen something shining away. She's going to back up and they can do it right. You don't want them to get any bad habits. Now complete the pattern. She has a little tough luck tonight. Can you give her a round of applause?
Yeah, and right there, just at the second barrel by backing up, that's just basically to train the horse to do it.
The pattern is going to be a no time.
To do it right the next time.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. What happened was the horse is off course. She completed it because she did not want that horse to begin to understand that it can go to either one side or the other. So it's a no time. She's disqualified tonight, but she's not going to allow that horse to develop a habit, if that horse is prone to do that, to choose which side of that barrel. That horse is going to go on the side of the barrel it needs to go on, because that's the only way they're going to be able to play this game. Again, real wide on the first barrel. Not quite enough gas between barrels unless she can pick it up. Picked it up a little bit between numbers 2 and 3. Probably not enough to make a difference with that 15 and 02 sitting out there.
17 and 11.
Yeah, that's a 17 and 11. That you could see what happened. There just wasn't enough gas between. It was wide on the first barrel and then not enough poop between barrels 1 and 2.
Yeah, I didn't pick it up until between 2 and 3. And
No.
In this event, with the time so close together, it has to be all out for the whole during the whole event.
Out of Carson City.
Yeah, it's pedal to the metal, all three. You can't lose time. You just got to go. And see, this rider's a little bit slow too. We're not going to be, I don't think, in the 15s on this horse. Maybe, but I don't think so. You can just tell by the way the horse is moving. Now, she picked it up on the way home, but
it's between the barrels.
Yeah, that's a 15.98. That's that's just shy of 16 by just a couple hairs.
Yeah, between the barrels is where you really need to be fast.
You gotta book it.
Still got the 15.02. That's what's leading it.
Alan, that's going to be a tough time to beat. I mean, you can see that people are getting close to it. By the closest one is 15 and 23. That's going to be a hard one to beat. Oh, no.
He's going to take the first one with her.
Yeah, see, the other thing that's happening is you get lower down in the draw on these, that ground gets chewed up and the footing just isn't as good as it is at the top.
15 and 87.
So it's a 20.87 with the 5-second penalty.
One knocked over.
Yeah, as they haven't been able to make as tight of cuts right there, and that's a reason why the turns have been a little bit wider than at the beginning.
Well, yeah, it's that, and the ground's getting chewed up around the barrel where that normal pattern is, and there's no footing there. So I mean, you have a horse doing that full tilt and dirt's flying. You can see when they make the turn that horse is churning up some turf, and when it gets moved out of position, there just isn't anything for the horse to land on. So it's tough.
Beardsley. Show the girl how it's done.
She's a little wide, but she's going at it pretty good. A little bit too wide, but there's a nice barrel. That's a good barrel right there. There's another good barrel. She's going to be pretty good, not 15:02.
Going to be a 15 and 60. 15 and 60. Randy Beardsley.
You know, folks, it's really hard to tell how what's going to happen with these times because some of these shorter horses with shorter legs, look like they're making traction and they're moving a lot, but they're not getting anywhere. On the other hand, some of these longer-legged horses look like they're loping and they're just eating up ground like it's going out of style. So it's real hard to guess. You got to be around this game for a while to understand what's going on out there, and fun to watch, though. It's a pretty nice barrel right there. She's going to have a pretty good time. She's going to be 15 and a half. Horse stumbled a little bit. See, the ground's gone.
Yeah, she had trouble around that last barrel.
Going to be a 15 and 75.
Didn't miss it by much. 15 and a half, I called it, so whatever.
Yeah, it's hard to tell between a couple tenths of a second.
It is, absolutely.
One more time, we're going to swing the gate and give you a good look and a great looking product.
Okay, I think they're going to pick the barrels up, get the timing lights out of the way, and I don't know what's left. Should be one event left here.
I think we got
probably
some
team
more
roping.
Yeah,
I think probably team roping.
We got some more bulls, I think, also before the night's over.
Well, it looks that way because they're bringing out the bull barrels. Yeah.
Yep, and the first two rides ended up being the two fastest, so that ground, big factor right there because they got the freshest ground and they were able to get the best times.
No question about it. That's the breaks of the game. I mean, that's rodeo. That's how it is. Now, if you go to some other, like I said, some other venues, other associations that put on barrel racing, they'll run 5 riders. They'll come out and they'll bring a tractor out and they'll level that ground off in every 5 riders. So if you go to a big event like something in Tulare County or maybe up at Reno, every 5 riders, and you got 400 people competing. And that looks like the Junior Princess. I believe that's the Junior Princess. I don't know if that's if she's from Penn Valley or one of the other rodeos.
I believe I caught a glimpse of the tag. I believe it said Auburn on it.
There's our cowboy. See, he's still hanging in with us. This young guy, he's still there. Dad's got him looking pretty comfy, but cowboy's hanging in. And you got to have a cell phone. You can't go to a rodeo without your cell phone, folks. So remember next year if you come down, wear your cowboy hat and bring your cell phone. Extremely important. Okay, now you see another difference here in full rodeo. They won't bring up that barrier. They will, like we had last night for the bulls only when they cut the arena about thirds. Won't do that in full rodeo. They'll try to keep that. They'll try to keep those bulls down at that end. But the folks up here are going to get a look at some of them before the night's over.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see now what happens when the bull has the full playing surface to rove around.
I'll let you guess what's going to happen.
But for the rider's sake, to get a better score, you're going to want to see them. You're not going to want to see the bull ride around too much.
No. You're going to want to see that bull down next to the chute. So that's where the rider wants that bull, and that's where the handlers want that bull. They don't want to be chasing this guy all around. Speaking of other cowboys, looks like we got a double shot here. Hey, folks, I'm telling you, it's a family event, and you just need to come down here. In fact, I think those folks are sitting pretty close to us around here somewhere, maybe on the north side of town, or mom, dad, and a couple little kids just having a good time on a Saturday night in springtime in Penn Valley. Okay, I'm hoping we're going to see some. We had some pretty good bull riding last night. I enjoyed it. Bulls kind of took the advantage, but it looks like from the looks of things, after our first ride, it looks like the Bulls are winning already again tonight. So.
And as you saw last night, those bulls just want the rider off as quickly as they can.
Absolutely.
And they do everything to make that happen.
You see that hump on the back of his neck? You know what that is? That's a clown.
Yeah, I hope these bulls are a little bit more cooperative tonight. We lost a little bit of time and so forth. Of course, we had 23 or 24 riders last night. It took up quite a bit of time, and it was lots of fun. But these guys need to get a little cooperation card from them or something. Check their union and get some different rules going. But that's a rodeo bull. You can see that guy's got one horn down and one horn kind of straight out of the left side of his head. He came here to do business too. Look at him pull that horse around. He's just pulling that horse anywhere he wants to go. Oh, no.
That bull just gave a big kick.
And out he came.
Up.
Yep, out he came. You know, I frankly think, Alan, that some folks like to watch these cowboys try to handle these big bulls. That's just as much fun as watching these guys getting their butts thrown 10 feet up in the air. Let's watch a replay on the second one that we missed. I missed anyway.
Yeah, you're going to see.
This is a short one.
Yeah,
this is a short one. He's off the moment one jump and he's off. And look at that rear end come out.
Once the bull gets his back end in the air, that just totally threw off the rider.
All she wrote. Now these are some big guys out here. These bulls are some big boys.
They want you to go out there and grab them by the tail. They said you get a kick out of it. You think they're stupid?
Yeah, but see again, these bulls are kings. These bulls are kings out here. Okay, it looks like we're going to get one. Yeah, get one going. Maybe the other guy's going to come along. You never know. Sometimes they play, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, both.
Yeah, they're going to buddy up. Yeah, they're going to buddy up. They're going to go back and watch a little TV and kick back for a little while. Their office day is over.
All right, next we're going to move down to lane 3 out of Willits. He's going to be the next one to look at the bull riding.
Okay, so far it's Bulls winning.
Come alive, Penn Valley. We need a qualified ride on a Saturday night. Come on, put your hands together in time with the music. Make some noise on a Saturday night. Come on.
We're going to get rocking here. Okay, it looks like chute number, is it 3, Alan? Looks like chute number 3.
Third one.
Finishing touches on his right, slides up on top of that rope. Now here's where it's going to get Western. It's going to get
Here we go. Oh, he's having a good one. He's having a wild one. That's a wild one. All right, Jill, where are you? What are you doing out there?
Hey, I'm over here by It'll Do Barbecue, and they're cooking up all the beef for the rodeo. They've been cooking last night, today, and tomorrow. They've been cooking phenomenal amounts of beef. How much is it? Do you know how much is it? This is Bob Bittner with It'll Do Barbecue.
So far tonight and yesterday, probably about 600 pounds.
That's a lot of beef.
A lot, yeah.
Now, were you ready for that much beef, or are you running low?
Yeah, we ran low, but we're good to go now. We're good to go.
Now, and this is Scott Gomes, and he's one of the sponsors with the Junior Rodeo, or which association is it?
The Northern California Bull Riders Association. It's a Junior Bull Riders Association. We just ran out today, bucked out all of our kids, and Bob's a big sponsor of our association. Sponsors 3 or 4 of our kids. Helps us out a lot.
And that's about it for here, even though we've got a lot to talk about this beef and the chef here. But here, back to Ken and Alan. Thank you.
Jill haven't saved me a sandwich. Look at the action going on here. This is a wild man having fun. He's about 3 times the amount of beef that these guys have cooked down in front. So,
and you see that rider just run out of the way quickly once he got out.
I'm out of here. Let's leave.
And so these bulls have been 100% successful so far in this event.
No question. And they may continue to do that.
Lowell Thompson out of Reno, Nevada.
All right, let's watch this little ride here. This bull came here to do business, and look at the way look at his rear end up.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
look at that.
He was pretty much, his stomach was lying flat on the bull's back for a little while.
Yeah, and he's still hung up on that bull and was able to get unattached, fortunately. But look at him bail.
Tack room, restaurant, bar, bucket shoot. That's where it's all going to happen. Another great 4-star rodeo bull. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about halfway through our performance. Have you enjoyed the bucket stock that the 4-star rodeo company brought to you? This is Jeff Davis and Company out of Cottonwood, California.
Now, you notice, Alan, this is a little, in my mind, from thinking back to last night and looking at tonight, this a little different quality of bull, and not quality but size. There's not one of these guys this has been the smallest one right here, and that's no little guy.
Yeah, he's small, but
he is not a little boy. He's a little smaller than the other 3 or 4 we've had, but that's not a small bull by any chance. Any stretch
just as wild, also.
Oh yeah, kicking and screaming. Let's watch the replay. This is a wild ride here. It's looking good coming out. At least he got out of the chute, and right away he's off. He went up and over his hand, and that just blew him. And Mr. Bull says, "You're gone." Those are some great camera shots, folks. These camera people are doing a great job tonight, getting the really nice close-ups and some good action, and you're really getting a sense of what's going on down here. Couldn't get any better.
And it's just crazy to imagine how athletic these bulls can be, since they weigh about 2,000 pounds, and you can just see them get way up in the air.
Yeah, they're not fooling around. These guys are not fooling around. Actually, I'm kind of beginning to think that maybe TV is the way to watch some of these rodeo events, because you get that replay and you can see just how, I don't like to use the word violent, but just how active this whole thing can be. And impressive, I think, might come to mind. Yeah. Okay, where are we going with shoot-wise here? I know we got somebody else who wants to come out and get thrown on the ground.
I think we're going out of shoot 4 right now.
Levi Gleason, Stonever's. It's your turn. And we go down to Penn Valley Country Store bucket shooting.
Okay, it's taking him just a moment here to get set. He's set. He's coming out. Let's see what we get. Looks like he might be able to. He's not as active as some of the other guys. Oh, no, he's going to give out on him. Almost flattened out on him.
Yeah, there was a second where the bull was just kind of flat right there, and that's going to cost the rider part of the score. But we get to see our first successful ride of the night.
I do believe.
And let's watch the replays. You're going to see the bull's going to get a pretty good start. And the rider does a pretty good job staying on center, but watching a second is right there. He kind of lets up a little bit, and the bull flattens out.
He flattened out on him, but judges gave him a 66, so it couldn't have been that bad.
Because the bull hesitated 2 or 3 times within the 8-second action, they're going to give him a chance to come back and do it again. It's all up to Lee.
Okay, now that's kind of what I figured they were going to do. Since the bull slowed down a little bit and kind of flattened out a little bit, they're going to give the rider the option of a re-ride. I don't know if he's going to take it or not. He's got a 66, and he's the only qualified ride. He may wait until toward the end to opt. I don't know if he has to wait or not. I don't know what the rule is on that. We're having a chitty chat about it right now.
That's where we're going to go. Okay, and where are you going? I'm going over here to the south side.
You see, right now, this young man is the only qualified rider to 66, so who knows?
Yeah, if no one else qualifies, there's not much reason for him to ride again.
No, but again, I don't know if he has to decide now. I don't know if he has to make his option now or if he can wait. All right, here we go again. This guy's going to be moving some territory around. Whoa!
Yeah, after he fell off, he barely missed getting trampled right there.
He sure did.
From our angle over here, it looked like he just went right over the top of him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for our first section of bull riding. Did you like it? If you did, let them know about it.
Okay, let's watch a replay on this, especially toward the end. That's what we're going to look for. It's how close this young man came to getting a little closer to that bull than he wanted to be. Doing pretty good. Then he gets sucked down. He's coming off, and he's down and under, and right there. From our angle, it didn't look that bad, but the announcer was saying it was just a matter of a half an inch or an inch when he missed him.
Yeah, when I was watching it from live action, it looked worse than on the replay.
Right.
Also, we say thanks to Liberty Motors and Dodge Rodeo. Liberty Motors, 600 Freeman Lane out in Grass Valley. Right now, it's Dodge Rodeo.
All right, yeah, this is a team roping event. This is two ropers, one calf. You have a header and a heeler, and they've got to immobilize that calf, and time stops as soon as that calf is immobilized. And I believe, I think I read the rules on this. The heeler has to take both hind legs. If he only gets one, there's a 5.5 second penalty. So this is fun.
Yeah, it's great to see the events where there's a couple people working together to.
Yeah, this event, like the other two events with a hazer, the difference here is you have two horses, but both riders have to do something besides just haze and keep that calf in line. In other words, the header has to put his rope around the head, obviously, and the heeler got a pretty obvious name. But they both have to use their ropes. Their ropes are a little bit different. I'm not real clear on exactly how they're different, but a heading rope is not the same kind of rope as a heeling rope.
Man on the left's the header. He's going to throw a loop around the horns. And the man on the right, the heeler, needs to pick up.
There's the head. And nothing on the heel. That's a no time.
Yeah.
Now, again, Alan, you'll notice these calves are wrapped. Those ropes are easily chafe, and what they're doing is they're protecting the bottom end of that horn for that calf, so that because it can cut skin, it can tear them up pretty good. So they put a protector on there and makes it easier on everybody, especially for the calf.
Yeah, unfortunately, right there, the heeler just wasn't able to get enough rope out.
Just couldn't get there. Yeah. Tricky stuff. Some of these guys make it look so easy, but it's tricky.
Yeah, timing is really crucial in this.
No doubt. Yeah, it's getting a little hard to see down there. I couldn't see if he got the head or not. No, and there's nobody on. Nobody home on that one.
Move down to the Harrison. Billy and Craig Harrison out of Napa, California. Next to go to team roping. Team roping brought to you by Quick Fish.
Now, this event, just like barrel racing, it's amazing the team roping events that go on in California every weekend. I mean, you might go down to, for example, I've been down to Tulare County a couple of times in the big fairgrounds down there. There will be 300 teams or more, and it's an all-day event and goes all weekend. This is big stuff for Cowboys.
We haven't had enough rodeo tonight, but it's over with tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Slack performance is going to kick off right here in the arena. I want you to come out and join us.
As I mentioned, I think yesterday, maybe earlier today, what the announcer's talking about slack is they can't put everybody in the show, so they get to compete. They compete just like everybody else. It's just they're not here in the show, and we didn't have a head that time. So we're looking. Beasties are winning again.
Yeah, it looked for a second like he did have the head, but.
And here's a team that you want to do it. It's a hometown team from right here in Penn Valley, California. Here comes your boys.
And we're going to see a local team right here out of Penn Valley going.
Now again, see, these guys can also get a penalty for snapping that barrier too soon. So let's kind of keep an eye on what's going on down there.
So here's your team from right here in Penn Valley. In front of the hometown crowd.
Okay, let's see what we get here. He's got one. He's got the head. Let's see if he gets. Let's see if he can do the heels. And he did it. He got one. He got one.
So the hometown team's able to get the first successful one of the night.
Absolutely.
It'll be an 8-3, and we add 5 to it. 8-3 plus 5, only picking up one back leg. But that's going to put him in first place right now. Give him another round.
Yeah, see, they added 5 to that time, so I think he said it was 8-3, so that makes it 13-3. That's the fast time. It's the only time we have for tonight. Good for local people here.
So next we're going to move to Ken Cook and Dan Williams. A couple of guys from Stony Brook and Portland. They'll be next.
Is that 4 teams we've had out, Alan?
Yeah, I believe that's 4
the
or
first
5.
qualifying time. Uh-oh. What do we got here?
Easy. Horse is up, he's up, everything's good. You give him a round of applause, it's going to be no time though.
Little spill right there as the horse kind of went down.
There's a lot going on out there. Horse lost its footing or maybe got hung up on a rope or something. You never know. Pretty horse. And that cowboy walked that horse out and check him out real good, make sure he doesn't have any obvious difficulties with legs and so forth. And that's a money horse, and he'll take care of it. Kind of looks like, Alan, what they're going to do is we're going to do the finish up the team roping here and go back to a second section of bulls. That's my understanding. We'll finish off with the bulls tonight, which I think is kind of typical for rodeo. Okay, it looks like we're on the head. We're on the head. On one on the back. Let's see what we got. This could do it. That's 10 and 9. That's the time.
10 for breaking the barrier.
And 10 for the barrier.
15 seconds worth of penalties for
Oh. Okay, so what happened, folks? They had the best time going, but he only picked up 1. So they add 5 for that. That makes it 10. And then they broke the speed barrier, so they added another 10. So they're out of the picture.
Yeah, unfortunately, because they did a great job right there.
That was pretty.
Got Ryan Collins from San Luis Obispo. And Sean Campbell from Manteca, California.
Oh, that's another very good-looking horse down there on the left side of your screen, folks. Beautiful horse.
And you're looking at about a 13 and 3. That's what's leading. And guess what? It's a team from Penn Valley. So the hometown boys is winning it all right now.
Be careful. I thought we were going to lose our 10 out here, Gil. Okay, there's the head. There's the head coming up. Missed the heel. Missed the heel. Penn Valley still winning.
Yeah, that heel looks like it's the toughest part of it.
It's
to get
absolutely.
Right there.
It's got to be tough.
Such a small area to get.
Last team to go to be Chad Parker, Kevin Benedict. Chico and Orville, California's what they call home. Last team to go to Team Roping. Don't you know the guys from Penn Valley are holding their breath right now?
Well, this is the last team here, Alan. If these guys hold on, Penn Valley boys going to bring home some money.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see. That'll be nice to see if the local boys can win this.
Absolutely.
in
Local boys make
in front of their home crowd.
Penn Valley out of it. Right after this team, we're going to move back down to the bucket chicks.
Yep, just as I suspected. Doug's just announced that as soon as we finish with the team roping here, we're going to be back to the bulls. This is going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tough one. Got the head on. Got the head on. Let's see about missed the heel. Penn Valley takes home the money.
It's going to be in no time. That means Strong and Applegarth from Penn Valley is going to take it to number 13.
And the home crowd's happy about that.
That's wonderful. That's great.
See some local talent win out there, Rodeo.
How about a round of applause for him right now? There's the flag of quick response. Next time you need a little quick response, call them. They can help you out the big way. It's a dirty job, and somebody's got to do it. So give them a big round of applause as they come around right now.
That's great. That's just great. Okay, I think we're winding down to our last event, folks. I think we're going to have another section of bulls. Probably, I don't know. What do you think, Alan? 5, 6?
Yeah,
something like that.
There's about, I think, around 7 maybe in the first set.
Performance is over. Mr. Bird Davis, the Town Clown, the bullfighters, myself, and a lot of other people, along with Tom Robinson, the man.
I want to comment again, Alan, on the community participation here. The crowd's getting a little thinner now. Some of the little kids are getting a little tired, and people are making a smart move and getting out of here. But this has been a great evening. One of the best I've seen in Penn Valley, and I sure hope they're able to pull it off and make it 49 next year. And from what I hear, it's going to happen. This is just great for me.
Yeah, but you can see that we still got a pretty big crowd on the south end of the stadium.
Oh,
so
yeah, nobody's gone home yet, but it's thinning out just a little bit.
Yeah, but it's great to see that all those people that came out here and supported this community event.
No question.
People are ready to see the second section of bull riding.
So, like I said, we're gonna wrap this rodeo here pretty quick with 5 or 6, maybe 7 more bulls, whatever they have down there. Always got to finish with the excitement.
Next, we're going to move to K.C. Bonnick. He's going to kick off the second round for us.
And Casey Bonnick is going to open up for the next section of the bull riding, and he was the champion last night with the score of 80.
Well, you got a better memory than I do.
He's going to try it again tonight.
But you're right. Doug just confirmed that. Alan, you're right on the money there, buddy. And he ran an 80 last night, so I'd like to see him pull another 80 or 85 out of this deal tonight. That'd be great. Okay, looks like we're about to start some action here. Gate man's tightening up his rope a little bit.
Okay, Steve Bonnick, almost set. As we kick off our second section.
And I can see 1, 2, 3 bullfighters, 4 bullfighters in for this event tonight. See, they got a few more guys in there because they're not closed down like they were last night. That helps confine that bull just a little bit. Oh, he came out backwards, came out and doesn't want to come out.
Yeah, bull
and I'd be getting out of there.
He's up, he's okay. We're going to see what the judges say about it. What do you guys want? Well, now it's all up to the officials. They are the officials. the crowd and the officials. I'm waiting for the big guy with the pants.
Yeah, we'll see.
And you're going to watch this replay right here. So you're going to see the bull just doesn't, once the gate opens up, the bull doesn't really want to leave the chute.
Oh, I think he wanted out. He just didn't want to come out the way everybody wanted him out. That's all. But he's been awarded a re-ride, so we'll be okay with this.
Yeah, and Casey does the smart thing right there and grabs onto the fence and gets out of there as soon as possible.
Hey, did Adam and Eve have belly buttons? I don't know why. I'm just curious. Do vegetarians eat animal crackers? You just don't have anything else to do but sit and think of questions like that. And if a guy stands on a toilet seat, does that mean he's high on pot? Billy Soda's gonna be next.
The rodeo clowns.
Now the Teresa Matron fucking shoot.
What's rodeo without rodeo clowns?
Come on, everybody.
All right, looks like we're ready to go again. Here we go. Got a little action going here. Oh, what a tough way to get off. What a tough way to roll off.
For the bullfighters. Johnny Martin, come on, everybody. Get with Kurt Davis. Put your hands together. Ouch!
And these bulls, they just showing mercy is just something that the not that the bulls are about.
No, it's not in their blood.
To do that. I think so. I bet it did. What's wrong? I saw it. Are you going to be all right? I won't have no more children. I'll tell you that. Gonna Brian Vallejo's from the Glad.
Okay, here we go.
It's your little
Bulls are still winning.
Hey, that'll ruin your week. Why is abbreviation such a long word? I have no idea. And do we call it Pet Smart or Pet Smart? Ask the vet to take.
Okay, here we go. We're back in action. Come on out of here. Oh, yeah. With a vengeance.
That'll be a no score.
Yeah, and these, even with the arena full, with the full arena night, the bulls they're smart and they stay in that one area to get them off just as quickly as possible.
Okay, let's watch this one. This is a quick one again, folks. It's about a 1, 2, 3, and then it's over. This bull had his head down, but he came out pretty good. Rider's looking pretty good, and then bingo. That's all it takes. That was pretty close too with those hind legs coming down.
The purple one. Easy. Yeah, he's here. Dougie is your wife. Stop it. It is not. Yeah, but here's the deal. You can have her. No, I don't want her. But actually, I talked to her the other day. I said, how you and Dougie doing? And she goes, you know, Dougie's a model husband. I didn't know the definition of model husband stuff in the dictionary. What does it say? Just like the real thing, but a lot smaller.
Okay, let's do some talking here, Alan. We need to cover up what this rodeo clown's talking about here.
The Penn Valley Rodeo Association said that if I got lucky tonight, bring a bull, they would give me.
All right, let's see if we can get another successful ride here. As these bulls have been,
they're kicking some cowboy butt. Yeah, but let's hope we can get one. He's got a good ride going here. Oh, he's going to stay. He's going to stay. He's going to stay. He's had a good ride too. And he got a good ride. Yeah, that's a good ride.
Yeah, that was a good one right there. As the bull, he was spinning quite a bit right there and bucking pretty hard, and the rider was able to make the horn.
Yep. Didn't take him down the well.
Well, the scores come up right now. You're going to like it. 82 points.
82 points on that ride. That's the best one of the rodeo so far. Here's the replay. This is a good ride.
Yeah, the rider's ability to stay on through all this spinning that this bull does is what gives him the highest score so far, the rodeo, with an 82.
Just strength. That arm is just taking all the stress. That's what's holding him to that bull. And that's the highest score so far, 82, I think he said.
Yep.
California. That's not what that is for. Hey, why do they call it hemorrhoids? Shouldn't they call it asteroids? Hey, Dougie, what? I can use this on my way back home. How? His and hers. Oh, wait a minute, that is wrong. The seat's down. You make me walk it home.
Okay, here we go. We're back in action again. Another good ride going here. Got a little bit of a smaller bull. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, a little bit smaller, but that bull was able to get the job done again.
Yes, he sure did.
His and hers.
And
Hey, you fat people go skinny.
All right, let's watch what happens here, folks. Comes out, it's looking pretty good. Comes out good. Oh, a little rough start.
I go chunky Duncan. Chunky Duncan? Hey, and I have an issue right now. What is it?
He's doing really well. He's doing really well, and then he gets. Looks like he's a little far. He gets a little far back and gets loose, and there it is.
And from watching this rodeo over the course of the last couple days, it's safe to say that the odds are definitely against the rider and pretty favorable for the bull.
Very much so.
That's a party bull? Yeah, see me in the tack room a little later. Travis Jensen comes from Lodi, California, and he's going to be next. As we jump down Teresa Dietrich bucket shoes. So 82 points, yeah. Here's your something to get with. Where's my...
Okay, this rider's got to be 82. And then I think we have a re-ride coming on.
Yeah, from the first section.
Those two girls up on the top, stand up and dance. Show them how you do it. Come on, girls, come on. Dollars, please, dollars. Don't hit me below the belt. He's going to come out and touch you.
All righty, here we go. Everybody getting out of the way. He's staying. He's going to stay. Stay on there, buddy. Stay on there. Oh, yeah, he did. Good ride. Good dismount.
And that may put him in contention to beat that 82 even.
And just watch. This is a good class. Good ride. He's looking good. He's in a good spot.
100 points in the bull ride.
Bull's real active.
Got a new leader,
85 points.
Yeah, so
and you can see it. This rider is he's right there. He's with that bull. He's paying attention. And he's hanging on. He does a good job when he gets to the horn. He just reaches down, unsnaps, and he's out of there.
Yeah, that's another high score for the rodeo now.
You can see the other hand pulls himself loose. Well, and he gets a little assist off, but he did come off gracefully, at least in bull riding terms. 85 is the new leader.
We're going to go down to Teresa Dietrich bucket shoot now. Here's your next man. We're going to find out who it is in just a minute. But you get ready to this champion.
Oh, looks like we're coming up on some good rides here at the end. Come on, hang on there, dude. Hang on. I don't know if he made it.
Yeah, it was right there. Pretty close, but
Trump rolled and stood back up in front of him. You know why? Why? Because that bull hit him with the horn. He looked like a weenie on a stick. That just looks like a weenie.
And we're going to take a look at this last ride. As you're going to see, he's going to do a pretty good job of staying on this bull for a while. He's on center pretty well.
He's doing a great job. The way that bull's flipping. 76 for this ride, folks.
76.
You can see that bull is back, left, and right. Pushes him up, and he gets pretty tight right toward the end. He almost went off that time. But look at the stress that hand and arm are taking. Look at that. Now right up against the fence. And he's going to get unloaded. And the bull's looking right at him.
So we're going to go back to Casey Bonnick.
I think this is our re-ride.
Yeah, actually, this is Casey Bonnick's re-ride from the first one of this session, who was last night's champion.
And he's got to beat an 85.
Let me see, that was about 250, right? Hey, you know what? You know how many bars been at
Well, folks, we're just about to wrap this up. We have this last ride going here, and I can't tell you how just really great it's been to be down here again in Penn Valley with this rodeo. Missed it last year, and I'm just hoping we're able to hang on to this thing, or the Penn Valley community is able to hang on to this rodeo. This has been a great event. I really enjoyed last night. But this full rodeo is kind of my thing. I can see a couple of bull rides, and that's enough for me, and want to get on with some other events. But this has been great tonight.
Yeah, it's nice to see every event there, so you get a good variety of everything.
This is the second one. Watch him. This is a guy we told you that won the Bills.
Oh, he's having a good one so far. No, he's not going to make it. Not going to make it. Didn't make it.
Can you thank Casey Bonnie Gone for the round of applause? Thank you, Campbell.
Yep, so this time Casey isn't able to hang on, but he's had a successful rodeo so far.
All right, folks, I want to remind you.
And let's look at that last
we got a
ride by
replay
Casey.
coming. Yeah, this is Casey from last. He was our winner last night.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's just not able to hang on long enough to.
He just couldn't keep it together.
To be in contention for the title tonight.
The man that's the artist with a great-looking Penn Valley Rodeo.
Yeah, that's a pretty vicious ball right there he took.
That's a pretty nasty dismount. Yeah.
Posters. Best-looking rodeo poster you'll ever see.
But we're still having some fun.
Have the artist side.
Looks like we might have one more bull in there.
Yeah, as you see one of the cowboys leaning over, looking like he's fixing something up.
I can hear you up here. Dude, what? I'm in shape. You're in shape? Not my breathing like that. I'm in shape. Why do you think you're in shape? Round is a shape. Big round, yeah. Big round. Big and round.
Yeah, it's a little dark down in those chutes, but I think I see one, and we may be down to our last bull here. That's what I'm thinking.
I beat the Capita family of four. All right, I'm not playing anymore. I had a disclaimer. I'm not responsible for anything I do while I'm out here.
I want to look at the schedule here for tomorrow, folks. I think we come back at 1 o'clock tomorrow, which will be the third and final day of this 48th annual rodeo. And again, I believe it's a full rodeo, so if you've enjoyed watching day 2, you're certainly going to enjoy watching day 3 tomorrow. It'll be afternoon, a little bit lighter, a little bit warmer for everybody down here. Won't make much difference in your house or your apartment or whatever, but it'll be a lot more comfortable down here for me. Starting to get just a little bit cool, but still not uncomfortable, just cool. And here we are. That's a lot of bull right there. That's a lot of bull. That's an active ride. This is going to be a good ride. This is a good ride.
Yeah, unfortunately at the end right there, the bull kind of ran into the fence and he kind of flattened out, which might affect the score, but good ride though.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to bother his score. I think he had a great ride. But you're right, he was right up against that gate down there.
So now we're waiting for the judge. While we're waiting on the score, I'd like to remind you, come by the autograph table. Seabird Davis, the bullfighters.
All righty, here's our replay. This is another good ride for this evening.
Jesus Morales.
Yeah, as you see here, he's good job staying on the center of the bull as the bull twists and spins and does everything he can.
And that was a 75. Good ride, but a 75. 85 was our top score.
We certainly hope that you have.
And I believe that is the last of the bulls.
And also, the Penn Valley Community Rodeo Association. This is your rodeo announcer, Doug Mathis, saying thanks so much. We're going to send you home musically. See you tomorrow night, everybody. Good night.
Well, what a nice end to a really nice evening.
Right now, we're going to swing the gates and bring in the pretty ladies.
All right, folks, Touchdown Productions. This has been a presentation of Touchdown Productions brought to you by Coors and Coors Light, proud corporate sponsor of rodeo in Penn Valley.
Liberty Motors, Dodge Ram trucks are the official truck of the 48th annual Penn Valley Rodeo.
And by Hanson Brothers Construction and HBE Rentals, the Hanson family are happy to do their part and support our foothill rodeos.
Burke Home Loans, John Red Burke loves to support our foothill way of life.
Grass Valley Glass, the Solon family are happy to sponsor Penn Valley Rodeo.
Golden Green Equipment Rentals. Golden Green salutes the tradition of the Penn Valley Rodeo.
And by Price Concrete Pumping. The Price family is proud to support our local events like Rodeo in Penn Valley.
Players Pizza. Players Pizza in Penn Valley is proud to support the 48th Penn Valley Rodeo.
Penn Valley Laundromat and Laundryland in Grass Valley. Linnea and Patrick Spear welcome their Penn Valley neighbors to the rodeo.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Both Mark and Mike Hauser congratulate the Penn Valley Community Rodeo Association on a job well done.
And by Touchdown Productions, simply the best in local sports television. Thank you for tuning in each week and making us the most popular local program in the foothills. And be sure to join us next time on your Foothill Game of the Week as we present the Penn Valley Junior Rodeo exclusively on our Foothill network of stations. AC TV Channel 20 in Auburn, Seabridge Connections Channel 23 in Colfax and Alta Sierra, LOP Channel 7 in Bear River, and NC TV Channel 11 in Grass Valley. All right, Jill, I know you're hiding out there somewhere, walking around in the dark looking for something to do. Tell us what's going on.
Well, I came back to the bridge over here to watch the Cowboys leave and the contestants leave. And I have been roving around as like a reporter. It's been a lot of fun. I've talked to people, mostly yesterday, people I remember from a couple years ago. And tonight, a lot of new people that hadn't been here before. What happened is I found out about the cowboy way and how to cowboy up, how to cowgirl up, and that's what I got from the community here in Penn Valley, at the Penn Valley Rodeo. So that's about it. We'll see you tomorrow day. Thank you.
See ya. All right, folks, this program has been executive produced by Gilbert Dominguez.
Chiron Operate and Replay, courtesy of Casey Dominguez.
And camera operators Charles Robb, Chris Glass, Toby Greenberg, and Dan Roediger.
Announcers Ken Tribby, Alan Barros, and Jill Leslie.
And as always, our office manager, Patty Costa.
Distribution ACTV, Walt Baker, Kurt Hagenauer for Seabridge Connections, NCTV, Bill Carlquist, Francis Rao, and Lou Sitzer.
And remote facilities by the Commander.
Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service.
And our stats are courtesy of MaxPreps.com. Like that stuff. This is Touchdown Productions. Ken Tribby saying goodnight to you folks from Penn Valley. Alan, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. See you guys tomorrow at the third day of the Penn Valley Rodeo.
And have a nice evening, folks. Been a pleasure.
The people living here have been left unaware of the current forecasts for sea level rise.
He grabbed my arm and he said, "That's what's happening to us."
Far out in the Pacific Ocean lies a small group of islands whose fate has already been determined. What has yet to be determined is the fate of the people who live there and the fate of their culture.
Devo RT imanap. Devo Rodeo ya am fai up to night fucking mata fungan fai kwe. Ibu fucking kapahalan ni wani leki. Kwe ri. Ada dari darah. Pan fan ni mo. Pan ni. Here you go.
In 2004, I sold everything I owned and literally sailed away on a sailboat, this sailboat, named Mensa. I spent at least half of my adult life, wanting this fantasy, and seeing it happen and realizing it was just a dream come true to me. I sailed into the sunset. I spent a year in the Caribbean. I went through the Panama Canal, all the Galapagos, the Marquesas, Tahiti, Tonga, Fiji, Tuvalu, Kiribati, and the Marshalls, until after 4 years and 12,000 miles, I came across a small group of atolls that were just so beautiful, they literally took my breath away.
An atoll is a very special type of island, built up by living coral around ancient ocean volcanoes. Some are less than 5 feet of total elevation above the sea. The people here appear to be suspended in time, still living the traditional, independent, and sustainable ways they have for almost 3 millennia.
Hareo nene na ayao ngani. E vor me na obu fere ngani. E wale ola nene memwe. Are bu wai tonga ne liwel he falme. He fakonu pile.
4,000 miles west of Hawaii in the Federated States of Micronesia lies a small group of island atolls separated by hundreds of miles of open ocean. Some are uninhabited. Others support small populations of people. Because of their isolation, the people living here have been left unaware of the current forecasts for sea level rise. Since the 1600s, explorers have come and gone to these populated atolls with little impact. There are no airports, little trade, and very little contact with the outside world. The people living here must rely on the sea and their crops to feed their villages. Still living the ways of their ancestors, everyone is involved in the work of the community. Essential life skills are taught to every child. Everything is done by hand. Everything is done for the good of the village. Could this truly be the last utopia? This is a special landfall. Few have actually sailed this course and laid anchor in these historic lagoons. The last refuge of the navigators.
Meheyon ki ina por ko merakayo te hangin lanar family ne tarabayani ngang ne pegin winen fani kana me takana am yobolik kabita kana afette ina ngang kana bayani le furman fani yang lap fangan lana ke meheyon ngang fangan we na hono fail free ngang we said to me inangan ni polin fani gini hamai ram hayo ina lamana ye or hamai hagan lo lokka gilugi hamai pagai na hon non fani arle ifa hi alilli fangan ni rakwan.
The Lapita navigator explorers sailed and settled these waters 500 years before the birth of Christ. Their descendants inhabit the islands from Papua New Guinea to Hawaii across 4,000 miles of open ocean. Only here on this small group of atolls are their traditions still in daily practice. It is here that the skills of the navigators, the art of the master canoe builder, and the culture that has practiced and preserved these unique and honored traditions continue to flourish. Their sailing skills are legendary. So at home on the sea, they can be ready with only a few hours' notice to sail to a neighboring island, though it may be a few hundred miles away. Rapwi is the master navigator for the island of Pulawat. Rapwi learned his skills from his great-grandfather, Kiawaki. Without modern navigational tools or even a simple compass, the navigators use nature as their guide. Tracking the stars in the night, the birds, the sun, and the waves during the day, they are able to find their way across hundreds and sometimes thousands of miles of open sea. This craft takes a lifetime to learn and is highly regarded in this traditional society. It is passed down from father to son and in some cases from grandfather to grandson. There are many lessons to be learned as a child growing up in this world. all the skills needed for survival are passed down. This knowledge is taken very seriously, and these skills are not learned overnight.
Nita nomotan yue au fokonom sale kan ha wan nat la nai ko ba e ko dei minne I ko to ana la tha la na man I ko en hengani.
Sablan is an educator and a father on the island of Pulawat. He learned the art of canoe building by helping his father and grandfather building their canoes.
Aku wan ne tai ka no pala pri ha tau itu wihara kek itu wai doan the wai do wo muan ha he doan wa kwa ha ton kwa wa
Irone gami ay ko met fahri ununur arior prar gargamen
Amanda is a mother and educator on the island of Ifaluk. Although her formal education is from an American university, the lessons she most values come from closer to home.
Here the etmagirmes boy toy ga sharam ko tigmen boy boy very my one for in shempre iramo mera kisimo very my one for in shempre boy bhar hosho kre un tigmen me un rame no horo I where did say Schwachen one couple of them.
Go have to my father to Bula, lay make I had the one or hat on but weather. One now on Reno had a co hat on his fed dog. One funny go that he will hold me back and he needs more funny. Yue bagi lumut he buvala kulir narda na merite wa kawar riwan he butuani kopira ka bila very good
ye brai per affordim kra ogte me kra chak to हम कैसे को 40 गड़े मागर मत तो इरी किया हमरो पे Dipangin ka kapra mo ma'am, may ferro ma'am. Okay.
Esa araw nun niram nukurok. Inakaan niya, baka ka ma'am. Pero mga ipiliwa buwang mo lang ang kamamiyang. Kapag ba itong aring mamilay ibisangan, mga ibuhuda. Kami aramat, nagwalpa ka kaman.
Open na daw!
Yo, hamna wano long na video camera. Hop.
Sini itu siapa angkat di pak ada ni, siapa udah milih deh. Tetapi peri buat ada peri, ada kantin ni ada peri deh. Itu orang peri.
Hari ini Jeffrey moane berkeli puan Ivory. Rai tongane no fail fedalra. Mahakuni ranmaro. Harne potongane tomorrow be rakamem. e haro polisi kara I fedela bo rapo mhaga men bo do rana fa ya butega men na me te kitra to ngani ukuru fa li fedel liguni men e haro titin
Si Lucia kini ako pariwas. Ngayon kay Lucia kini makakaramam kasi buto ko mila buwa wari kayo ayaw wari nga rin. May buhay pa siya. Nariyak ko na so.